Just love the idea of getting the most like banging coffee in the morning and just chatting with people. Just being that, I want to be that old guy who just talks to everyone.
It's like back in my day.
I want to say outrageous stuff and then have everyone just think like, he's old. Don't ask about my taxes in 2024. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
I can just imagine you like just recounting like old memes and stuff like that, and you're always like, I'm not gonna say what my doctor was. He was a Jewish doctor. No. Oh, saying it gone. Do you think there'll ever be an anituber that hits 10 million subs?
Maybe through shorts. That's more likely.
Yeah, from shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like hitting like 10 million views a video, like main channel video, like a long form, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's like movie reviewers, right?
How did that happen?
Think about like movie reviewers, right? Like the biggest movie reviewers, like maybe on like a big video they can pull a 10 million, but like no movie reviewer or TV show reviewer is pulling 10 mil every episode. A lot of them just get like a mil to like.
No, I'm saying 10 million subs.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think someone will get 10 million subs. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think if like three of us had like fully committed to like clickbait and shorts and all that stuff easily.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's just not worth it.
I just think like because we started when the grind was a lot different and like gaining subs was a lot slower.
Yeah.
So like I think if you did our grind, but like today, it would look a lot different. I think the subs would be different too.
Cakewalk.
No,
10 million subs, cakewalk.
No. I just mean, you know.
Honestly, if I feel like if I just went, it's ironic. I feel like if I went back to giving up on everything but my main channel, I think like I'd find it so much easier to grind out videos now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
true.
But I don't think you producing like 2 videos a week would make any difference to like subs.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube has also devalued subs so much.
Yeah.
So I don't think it works.
That's true. All right. Are we rolling? Okay.
Oh, shit.
Alrighty. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Trash Days podcast. I'm Joey, and I'm with the boys, Connor and Gon, as per usual. Did you just nut?
Are you recreating the Joey nut?
No, that is my favorite thing of all. If you guys haven't watched that, it's on screen right now.
Why are you putting it on screen? I'll just do it.
It's just how raw it was. It felt so raw. It felt so real.
I did.
I genuinely think you did not.
I probably did.
I think I've nutted and never even like done that. Like I've never like come down that hard. Oh god, we're getting demonetized.
I love how we're just starting off this episode with nut talk.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole
Not
lot.
a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
What do you do? I can't do something.
The problem is
do something, Joey.
Here's the problem, Connor. The things I've been up to, I can't talk about yet. Like a lot of stuff is like eventual. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happening like later in the year for me, but like I can't talk about any of it yet.
I got a question to ask. When the fuck did you get a personal trainer?
Yeah, you said you got a personal trainer.
Yeah,
you mentioned it offhandedly.
You mentioned it offhand, just like upstairs, and I'm like, when did this happen? What?
Oh, I think I started going, when was it? I think it was like March this year.
Shit.
Yeah, so...
You telling the boys now? This is like you're like trialing it out? You didn't want to like tell us unless you were sticking to it?
I didn't think it was that important.
Like, I can't tell the boys to know it's serious.
No secrets.
It's like a relationship. It's like, I can't tell them about it until
it's like, honey, I've been waiting to tell you this, but I have a personal trainer. No, so Aki and I have been going to CrossFit for the past like 3 or 4 months now. She's been going a little bit longer now. But the thing that made me like click over to be like, okay, I really need to start actually physically working out now was this is so pathetic to talk about, but back in February I went to Hokkaido for a day, right? To film with the polygamist family. Right. And the entire day I was carrying around this backpack with like all my camera equipment, like microphones and everything. It was a fucking heavy backpack. We went, you know, we ate, we did the interview, we finished, and then we had a bit of time before our flight back to Tokyo, so we were just kind of walking around exploring Sapporo, because Sapporo is a dope city. Yeah, it's a great city. And then somewhere along the way, I guess I pulled my back out, like really, really bad, to the point where I couldn't walk.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it wasn't like a regular like back pulling where it's like, you know, maybe you bend over and then you just suddenly feel like the twinge in your back. Yeah. No, it was like this gradual pain that just kept getting worse and worse and worse throughout the night. And by the time I got to the Sapporo airport to fly back home, it was so incredibly painful. Like I was barely able to walk. I got back to Tokyo and managed to...
I brought the wheelchair for you.
It was close, man. It was literally close. Shit. Like it was really bad. And I went into a taxi, went home, and I was basically bedridden for about 2 or 3 days. Like I physically could not move at all. It was really, really bad. And it was at that point where I was like, okay, Joey, you are so fucking not fit. Yeah. And you're approaching 30. You need to do something about this. If you're pulling your back out at age 29, that's a bad sign.
This is the most I'm hitting 30 moment I've ever heard in my life.
That shit hit me like a truck. So, I did that. And then it was a couple of weeks prior to that Aki was like, I'm going to start, going to CrossFit.
That's the real reason. Yeah.
What?
My girlfriend started going.
Well, no,
I got to start going.
You can't let your girlfriend be better than you or something.
Yeah. No, she was going to the CrossFit, and at first I was like, oh, okay, go ahead. I'm not going to do it because whatever. But then after that whole back situation happened, I was like, okay, I think I need to start going.
I think that's how it always happens though. When you get really into exercise, you need to have like a wake up call that makes you think like, oh yeah, I'm horrifically out of shape.
Yeah. Also, like just thinking about my past couple of years of going on and off of the gym, I found out that I'm the type of person who is definitely not self-disciplined enough to actually go. Like I need someone there.
You'll go.
Yeah. Right, if I book something and there's someone there that tells me exactly what I need to do to stay healthy, to stay fit, then I'm much more capable of maintaining that.
Yeah. Fitness is tough, man. Fitness is tough.
It is tough, man. Like the first time I went, because like I didn't really know anything about CrossFit at all. Like I'd heard the name, but I didn't know actually how intense it was. So the first session I went, after the hour-long workout or whatever it was, I threw up. Like I was physically sick in the toilet, and the guy was like, "Yeah, well, that makes sense because you haven't done a lot of physical exercise recently, and then you're suddenly jumping into this very extreme form of exercise.
CrossFit's intense.
Yeah, your body is going to like
CrossFit?
So CrossFit, from my understanding, it's basically just like it's like gym combined with a lot of like athleticism.
Okay.
So it's not just about like building muscle and stuff like that, but it's in Japanese. Great.
It's like a lot of moving, but also like lift. So you're like doing a lot of intense, like high intense, like cardio whilst doing like weightlifting.
Yeah, weightlifting, cardio. It's basically the entire package. It is, I would say, the quickest shortcut to getting the most fit in every aspect.
I think doesn't Nick Peters, the K1 fighter, Chris's boxing coach, I think he owns a CrossFit gym.
Oh, okay.
Does Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
He's also insane. He's just unhinged.
Every single year, I think they do like these CrossFit championships. So they bring out all these CrossFit athletes from all over the world, and they kind of do it in like a. So it's like it's usually like a time trial. So it's like you have to like lift this many times, travel this amount on a handstand, and then do a bunch of all this kind of stuff every single year. And it's fucking intense.
So it's kind of like a intense workout session with a little bit of everything.
It's basically everything. Yeah. So I go there now like once or twice a week with Aki. We have a trainer there that tells us everything. The dude we have is like he competed at like the top level CrossFit like a couple of years in a row. So this motherfucker's fit as shit. Yeah. But yeah, I've been going to that now, and I just went yesterday, and I am below 10% body fat for the first time in my life.
Hell yeah, dude. Nice. So, that's right.
Nice.
Shockingly, haven't thrown my back out since.
I mean, if you get like fitter in general, right? Stuff like, I guess, generally will happen less, or you can always go overboard.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to do it either way because I've been that one kid who I think like genetically I just have that kind of body where it's like it's really easy for me to drop fat. but it's also really easy for me to drop muscle as well, and really difficult to gain muscle. Because you know how like there's a lot of people.
You've never really been like muscular from when I've known you.
No,
I mean this is.
I was skinny as shit. When I first met
you
guys,
used to be very, very skinny. Too skinny though.
Yeah. Sometimes I look at like episode 1 of like Trash Taste, and you know when like you see your mate every week, so you don't notice like the small change, and you're like, nah, Joey's always looked the same. I go back to episode 1, and even myself, I was like, was I that thin?
Yeah, I looked
as well.
Too.
Like,
I think during high school and uni, I was this height, and I was averaging like 55 kilos.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just like no fat, but also no muscle. I was skin and bones.
Everyone had that one friend in the friend group who was tall and skinny.
Yeah, I was, and I had like this. Big,
I was that guy as well. We have the same body type.
I was tall, skinny with big hair. I was like a walking Q-tip, you know. Like it was an eyesore to say the least. So like, so I've been doing that now, and I'm probably the most fit I've ever been. In terms of like muscle mass and everything, but and I think as well, the great thing about CrossFit, at least the one that I'm going to, is that like unlike a lot of fitness programs where like the guy obviously or the guy or girl tells you like, you know, you have to do this amount of cardio today or like, you know, this kind of weightlifting with the right movements. But a lot of them also kind of give you like dietary restrictions. So like to be like, okay, make sure you only eat this amount of carbs or this amount of fat or this amount of calories. The interesting thing about my trainer is that he doesn't do any dietary restrictions. He basically said like, as long as you're coming once or twice a week and, you know, doing the exercises to the standard that I set it, you will naturally want to eat healthy. Because your body is going to just get constantly, you know, used to living this more healthier, more physical like style, that once you start to see your body actually physically changing and how you physically feel day in and day out, you'll want to maintain that no matter what. So you won't be going out there like smashing a pizza every weekend, you know, like you'll want to be like,
I might.
I mean, you might. Look,
I might. It's just an Indian for you.
Look, I
mean, never gonna say no to a fat curry,
bro. I mean, look, like I can't say that I haven't had my cheat days, you know, every now and then, but I've definitely just personally just seen myself craving those kinds of foods less now, just naturally. Just because, like, again, like
the more you take care of yourself, the more you don't want to ruin what you're
doing. Exactly.
You're like, man, I spent so hard to burn those 200 calories. I don't really want to eat that chocolate bar.
No, totally. So I'm hoping I can keep that up.
And fitness is, you know, anything that gets you in the gym or get you doing anything. You know, whatever, works,
when's your next cyclothon? I stopped going to the gym now because I'm like, I don't have a cyclethon to do.
I did the cyclethon, and then immediately we had like a really busy week of filming, and then I went on vacation. So I did like no exercise. Although in Europe, there was one hotel I stayed at where I went to the gym every day because I had like this immaculate gym. Like I love exercising. Like if you give me like a blank 12-hour day and I could do whatever I want, I'm gonna exercise.
That's something I still don't understand. Do you
dude, it's like a meditation.
Do you like CrossFit? Do you like exercise?
At first I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Like I'm sweaty, I'm sore, I'm tired as shit, I want to kill myself. But then nowadays I'm getting to the point now where I guess because I am getting like fitter and you know, my cardio is getting better and everything. Like at the end of each workout, I'm definitely feeling less tired and more fulfilled. Like I'm starting to get to that point now where like, oh, I'm able to like lift this now, or I'm able to go this long on the bike, or you know, I'm actually starting to see like progression now to the point where it's actually fun now to be able to like hit that next goal for me. Like I don't know, it's like a weird like, it's like grinding in an RPG.
But do you enjoy like the process of it versus like the results? Because I enjoy the results as well. I enjoy feeling like I've made progress. I can run a little bit faster this time, or I can I lift a little bit more weights. When I'm actually doing the thing, I hear people being like, yo, after you go to the gym a bit, bro, it becomes a part of you and you start to love it. I'm like, when the fuck does that happen? Is this a gym bros trying to gaslight me?
I'm not at the gym lifting weights with like a massive smile. Like,
I think objectively, the gym is probably one of the most depressing places in the world. Because when you think about it, right? I have this, sometimes I'm there lifting, like doing just curls in the mirror. And I have this existential dread where I'm like, I am literally in a room lifting things. I'm just lifting things.
No, that's me on the treadmill.
Yeah, well, treadmill as well, right? It's like you're sitting there, you're like, I'm just in a building training like some kind of
like a hamster.
Wheel.
Like it's literally a hamster wheel.
And I'm sitting here like, I'm like, objectively, this is just not fun. Like, and I think that's my only problem with the gym is that it is probably the least fun form of exercise generally for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know that I'm jealous of gym bros who love it because I sit there and I'm like, there's no way that exists where I'm like, you know, I'm doing like, let's say we're doing I'm doing a rowing machine.
Yeah.
I would love to row, just row so much more in like the fucking river or ocean. Just like taking it all in. That's peak
100%.
exercise for me.
Yeah.
But in my mind, to be able to enjoy that aspect, like if I would, you know, to do like a cyclothon.
Yeah.
To be able to really enjoy that to the fullest, I need to be a level of fitness, and that requires me to go to the gym to then and be able to enjoy it.
But I think that's why I enjoy going with Aki is because, like, you know,
share it.
we can share that experience, and it's been a great bonding experience as well. You know, going to the gym or doing anything with your partner, obviously, especially that, you know, of which is not exactly like the peak of fun necessarily while you're doing it, but like it's a great bonding
when
experience.
you're doing it with a partner, I think
because you're suffering together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At least that's what happened. When,
and you can like hype, you know, you can hype each other up, and you can, you know, keep an eye out on your own progress, but also your partner's progress as well.
You also bitch out sometimes when you're alone. You're like,
oh no, 100%. Like that's why, like, again, like when I used to go to the gym by myself, I found that so much more difficult because it was just me in my own suffering and in my own thoughts, and like there was no one else. Like, you know, remember, like, you know, when you and I used to go to the gym together quite often, like at the start of, you know, right before the pandemic, that was great because it was like, you know, while you're waiting for, while I was waiting for Connor to finish up on, you know, whatever machine he was on, I could like chat, we could, you know, chill out, we could catch up. You know, it was a lot more like a fun, interactive time than just like putting on headphones and just silently doing this for, you know, 30 minutes, you know, like it's not exactly the most fun, but
I definitely went way more back then because I just had way more free time. Like I think we hadn't started Trash Taste. I had my main channel where I was uploading once a week.
We had one channel between all of us.
And it was a lot easier to like, I could easily be like, oh, I don't need to work for like 3 days because I did a ton of work the past 4 days. And then I could just go to the gym all day. And then when I was on vacation, it was great because there was this, and the gym was like, it was like some kind of like Apple store, bro. It was so nice. They had fresh fruits and like sparkling water and weird teas that I'd never heard of.
God damn.
And I was like, shit, this is where I just want to chill out here. And also, especially at the time, there was a League of Legends thing was on. So it was great,
okay.
Because I was just listening.
Is that when MSI was on?
Yeah, I was just watching the live MSI, like watching a live, and I was in there for like 3 hours, just doing like monkey workout. Because I was like, this is great. Because I just want to do nothing anyway. But if I can do nothing
and also get fit.
Because in my mind, for some reason, my brain categorizes like stuff into like work, social, and then nothing. And nothing, I don't know why I've called it like nothing.
That's just a gap in my life where I'm like, this
nothing in normally means just like procrastinating or fun. Like, or just relaxing.
Like, God forbid. This episode is sponsored by Shipstation. When we started off the podcast, we had no idea what we were doing, especially when we were adding new stuff like staff and different ideas and more equipment. There was just so much that we didn't know how to streamline.
We still don't know what we're doing, which is why we're glad for services like Shipstation.
If you run an e-commerce business, you already know that shipping can consume valuable time and resources, but Shipstation makes it easier. They're the multi-carrier shipping solution that integrates wherever you sell online and streamlines your workflow so your businesses can grow even when you're on summer vacation.
I have Nonsense, my clothing brand, and obviously we have to ship out our clothes all across the world. When we first started that, it was a massive headache to try and figure out the logistics. I'm glad that there is something like Shipstation out there that will prevent you guys who are starting off your e-commerce business to not go through the same headache that I did. I really wish I had Shipstation when we started off.
With their easy-to-use dashboard that makes managing orders, smooth label printing, reporting, and customer service easy, you can effortlessly import orders from everywhere you sell online with shipping configurations automatically applied. If you're at the point where you need to scale your business, you can do that while reducing warehouse costs with Shipstation's reliable enterprise solutions.
You can save thousands on shipping costs with discounts up to 89% off of UPS, DHL Express,
How is that even possible?
and USPS rates. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with Shipstation, and 98% of companies that stick with Shipstation for a year become customers for life.
So what are you waiting for? Work less and ship more with Shipstation, the innovative tool that helps you turn your shipping challenges into opportunities for growth. Go to shipstation.com and use code TRASH to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com, code TRASH. Back to the episode. I find exercising relaxing, but gyms, oh man, sometimes gyms are depressing. It's so fucking depressing, man. But it's so good feeling fit.
Yeah, I mean, my gym is actually pretty good because, you know...
Mine's got no windows, bro. Mine's got no windows.
Oh, really?
Mine's got no windows either.
It's the most depressing shit.
Yeah. Mine is like 4 windows.
Because it's like you have to go like, it's underground, in fact, my gym.
Oh, really?
Because like my gym's like in the middle of the city.
Mine is like 4 windows, and the people who go there are like some of the nicest people because like, you know, whenever you're like at that point in the exercise where you're like, oh man, I don't really want to do this anymore. I just want it to be over. Like the people in my gym are just like, you got it, bro. Let's go. Let's do it. And I'm just like, yeah, all right. You know what?
Everyone turns out round and claps.
And starts clapping. He's like, come on, champ. You got it, champ.
I think that's funny. Are you going to like a more like a not a like big chain gym, or are you going to like a more local one?
I'm going to a more local one that also specifically is specific to CrossFit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the people who go there are like do kind of like big, you know, 5 to 10 people CrossFit classes, or they do personal trainer stuff like Aki and I.
Yeah, this Anytime Fitness that I go to is the most depressing shit. And I thought like, oh man, because everyone's just doing their own thing, and like and everyone's quiet. No one's making any noise. Right. And not that I want it to be noisy, but it is kind of nice just hearing people like pushing themselves,
just grunting,
just having a grunt. This guy, I remember he grunted a little loudly and then did a louder sumimasen, like it's a sorry to like people around him. And I was like, dude, you just benched like 400 kilograms. It's good.
Sumimasen for being ripped.
Yeah. Like I missed that. I kind of missed that, like the Hulk man in
our old gym.
You remember the old gym? The guy who like ran the place.
Oh, he was like, I do remember that. He was like the gym dad. Every gym needs a gym dad who is like ripped as shit and just looks after everyone.
There was no way because you know I never really followed any gym stuff online because I think the online gym stuff is really weird. Like the people talking online about fitness.
Yeah,
it's a very weird online space. And you know, seeing that guy, I was like, looking back, I'm like, that guy. He definitely took steroids. This dude was absolutely yoked.
Our gym dad at our gym, he's this guy, a Japanese guy, who's like, honestly, you take one look at him and you're like, you look like a statue that the Romans
This guy, our guy, right?
No, the one at my gym. Like he's like a Japanese dude, like 6'7".
I admire it.
Fucking ripped. It looks like, you know, Zeus. Like he has the body of Zeus, but he is also the most shy dude in the world.
That's like, always how it is, man.
Yeah, I'd walk in and I'd be like, hi, Keita-san. And he'd be like, konnichiwa.
I mean, they're always the nicest people.
Yeah, they're always like the most wholesome people.
Because their loyalty remains to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They ain't got nothing to prove. You can see you can see their fucking body, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
They don't need an ego boost.
I mean, everyone online as well, whenever you talk about this kind of stuff, it's so annoying because people are like, you have to do it this way. This is the optimal workout. It's like, dude, whatever gets you in the gym, bro. Whatever gets you eating healthy and in the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Were you like, was your family like a very like exercise focused family, or was it like?
Not really. I mean, my sister and I did a lot of sports growing up. Like I did a lot of like tennis and stuff growing up.
I feel like everyone did a lot of sports growing up.
Yeah,
that's just like you just have more energy as a kid.
No sports anymore.
Okay, at which point in your life, right, did you kind of realize, at least especially for you, Joey, at which point where you went through life and you're like, I can just live my life, not think about health at all, and I'm never gonna gain any weight. I'm never gonna change.
That was
body.
Me in high school. That was like when I was in high school. You know, like 6 foot, 55 kilograms, right?
Yeah,
bro. I was eating like 8 sandwiches a day. Like I was like, you know those like massive.
I actually just loaves of bread.
Yeah, the massive loaf of bread that has like the 12 to 14 slices in it that you can buy at the supermarket. I would, in the morning, my mom would make like 6 to 7 sandwiches of that and just like refill the package with all of the sandwiches. And I would take that whole thing and I would finish that before lunch. And then I would come home, eat a massive dinner, you know, maybe stop by at a Macca's on the way home after school with the 50 cents that I picked up from somewhere, right? Because I was broke as shit. Yeah. And yeah, I'd go home, take a fat shit, not gain a single kilogram. I'm like,
it came in one end and went out the
I'm
other.
like, I am unstoppable. So when I, finally moved out and I started living on my own, and then, when I started, this is like mid-20s for me.
Yeah.
I thought in my head, well, my metabolism was this goated during high school and uni. It's going to keep going as usual. So I just continued to eat like shit and not exercise. And then over the pandemic, I was the heaviest I've ever been.
I think it was the pandemic that was the wake up call for me as well.
I went from 55 kilos to 80 kilos.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Like 80 for my height and age is not fat necessarily, but compared to what I was, it's fat.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say you gained a healthy amount of. I'd say you were probably.
I didn't get fat. I got fatter. I went from severely underweight.
Excuse me, you bulked actually.
I didn't go from 0 to 100. I went from minus 100 to 0, essentially. But I still wasn't happy with it because all that weight I gained was just purely fat.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't working out. I never really had a lot of muscle in my body. So yeah, that's when I was like, all right, CrossFit it is. And then now I'd say I've got the most muscle in my body I have ever in my life, and I want to keep going with that.
Fuck yeah.
I want to be like the Zeus body.
I just want to work out to eat. That's all.
I mean,
I like this idea of just eating a fat curry, slamming a beer, and being like, all right, boys, let's go and do a workout.
But
I just don't want to be like those 90-year-old like grandmas you see sometimes with the 90-degree backs. I just don't want to be like that.
Nah.
You know?
Well, I mean, you have to go a long way to be like that. But,
I know, but
that old shit.
After I threw my back out at age 29, bro, I was like, I'm one step closer to that than I think I am. You know?
Bro, why is life so unfair when it comes to calories, man? You like, it just feels awful where you work out, you feel like you've spent every energy within your body, and then you realize this is just one beer. I've been fine for my life for one beer's worth of calories.
Yeah, like you've been walking around like all day, your feet are tired, your back's starting to get sore, and you're like, oh man, I must have burnt a lot of calories. And you check, and it's like, you have burnt one bowl of rice worth. It's like, cool, awesome, love it.
It's also kind of cool as well when because that's like a normal workout. I don't know, like if you did like a short run and maybe did some muscle, what's like 300 calories?
Yeah, it's
maybe,
like 400 maybe.
Yeah. If you were going like kind of. And the run would have to be quite a lot. But then you're like, well, that's still like an extra protein shake and a protein bar. Yeah. That's kind of nice. And that normally fills me up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I just like eating. So it's kind of...
Same, bro. Same.
Well,
That's just the biggest problem.
I did the Spartan race with Chris.
Oh, yeah.
How'd that go?
It was fun. Yeah, it was great. It was weird because...
what'd you have to do on it? What does the Spartan
what's the criteria?
Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's, I think, maybe, I don't know the exact amount of obstacles, but about 20 obstacles and 5K run.
Okay.
So not bad.
Okay.
This one was in some German park in Chiba. I think it's a German theme park in Chiba, didn't it?
German theme park?
Yeah.
What's up with all these German theme parks?
Man.
We went to one on our
Trash Taste special.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you kind of, so I did the 5K one because I let Chris handle it. So I got there and then this Australian woman goes, oh yeah, I've been meaning to meet you. And I was like, oh, hi. And Chris goes, oh, that's the person who organizes the entire Spartan race.
It's organized by an Australian woman?
I was like, oh shit. And she's really lovely and really nice. Sorry, I butchered your accent.
Yeah. I'm offended for you, don't worry.
Yeah. And then she was like, yeah, come do it. She was like, yeah. So we do it. I'm like, I don't really know what to expect other than I saw a bit of Chris's videos.
Yeah.
So I know I got to climb a rope. Does it show you the obstacles?
It's kind of like a mock Sasuke race type of thing.
Is that a sack?
That's the kids version. That's the kids. You're looking at the kids version. I didn't do the kids version. All right. Okay. For the record, I would have beat all of them. All right, but I didn't do that.
I was like, I didn't know Spartans were like going across.
I think I've seen a lot of footage from it. You have to climb up a rope, do army crawl stuff.
Yeah. So you start off. We ran like 2K, which man, I hate running.
Same.
I can literally bike across Japan. Literally, not fit. I cannot run. I cannot run.
Don't get the runner's high that all these runners talk about.
I think it's because
bullshit. That's code.
From a very young age, I always used to get shin splinters.
Right.
Shin splinters.
Yeah, where your shin, the bone, right in the middle, like there.
Oh.
Starts to really fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And whenever I run, it just always hurts.
Well, it's because of the force,
Yeah,
right?
you're too dummy thick, right?
That's why you're good at cycling.
Your shins are cracking under the weight of your gat.
It's like my calves are great, my thighs are monstrous, but like it's all being put on like here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just not enough.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you do kind of stuff like this. There's like look
at this Giga chat on the bottom left here.
Yeah.
God damn.
You don't have to do the date. You can just type in the obstacles.
Yeah.
You know, it's so we'd run like I thought it'd be more spaced out. So I thought you'd run a little bit, obstacle, run a little bit. This one was like you ran like a K, did a thing where you jumped over a fence. It was kind of inconvenient.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't hard. It was very tiring. Jumping is tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then run like another 500 meters, and then you have to jump over like kind of like they called them what do they call them in the Olympics? The hurdles.
Yeah.
They were just really big. I nailed one of them though. You can see in the Mudan VOD. Actually, yeah, we could pull up the Mudan video. Actually, yeah, Mudan made a fucking video like showing all the obstacles. This is why am I trying to do this? Mudan video.
I love the thumbnail of this Mudan video because you and Mudan look so chill, and Chris in the back is like,
dude. Mudan did it all in a suit, and there were so many crazy costumes. There were so many crazy costumes, and Mudan got the most compliments or like questions. Everyone was like, "Suit?"
Yeah, why is he in a suit?
And I was like, "Oh, you might kill us. You got the suit." They all laughed. So we started the start line.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, yeah, whatever. We go through, and then we just run for ages.
Why is Mudan always wearing a suit?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's just dedicated to that salary, man. Like,
Yeah,
It
he
was
is.
the day was roasting. Also, Chris was wearing the horrible shorts that you.
Which the one with my face on it?
Oh god.
Why?
So we're doing like a brisk little jog. You know, it's just that. It's kind of whatever. And then
What was the hardest part?
There's the first obstacle. There you go. Yeah. So you just jump like tiny little fence. You're like, okay.
Okay, that doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, and then you gotta so we nailed it.
How many of those fences do you need to jump through?
Well, just one of those, and then you gotta do a bigger one.
Yeah.
All right, it's like a wall.
Yeah, it's just a wall. Straight up a wall.
Oh, that's cool.
No, that's not too bad. You're like, all right, it's chill. Cool. And then you go, you might have skipped. Was that what? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good there. Is there a wireless mouse? I could just go through it for you. Oh, you skipped one as well.
Can't believe Mudan is doing all this in a
wireless?
fucking suit, man.
Dude, I took him to a spot
It's wireless, right?
where you know the place in round one where you can do all the sports upstairs?
Oh, yeah?
He was wearing a suit for that as well. And people were just like, why is this random ass salaryman playing tennis in a suit? Like,
He is just too dedicated to that bit,
Because he
man.
got the perfect suit factory suit, and they have like the really breathable,
The
stretchable.
cool biz
Oh,
ones,
the stretchable.
So good.
The stretchable.
They're game changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just show
All right,
you.
let's see this.
So once you do that, you immediately then run past some goats. Oh, that's me. Wow. Sugoi strong there.
Sugoi strong.
You go up go down. Man, some of these hills were dicey. Okay. Then you basically, I don't know what Mudan said.
Is this your point of view?
No, this is Mudan's.
Why did he throw that bottle like a frag grenade?
I don't know. I don't know what he was hoping to like achieve there. So you jump over it.
He's got the business suit
Why has
bag.
he got his bag on him?
Oh, nailed that one. So you jump over that. It's kind of tiring because you have to like really sprint at it. Otherwise, you don't do it. This one's super of a joke. You just go under, under then over. You know, just wow, Sugoi.
Yeah.
Super Spartan. Just like the Spartans.
Just like the Spartans used to do.
And then you're like, okay, it's just like tiring. And then you have to carry this like, I don't know how heavy it was. It felt like 40 or 35 kilograms.
Okay.
Just walking around a course. It was just tiring. You're like, God damn it. It wasn't like tough. It was just annoying.
What a raving review.
Yeah.
Spartan race. It's not tough. It's just mildly irritating.
And then you jump over this. Not too difficult. Yeah, I think
so.
like,
Did basically everyone that competed, did they pass the course?
No. So a lot of people, if you just can't do it, you have to do like a punishment burpees thing.
Okay.
And then this was really easy, but a lot of Japanese people are struggling with this. You have to pull like a 20 kilogram weight across the ground.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not too bad. As you can see, I'm next to Mudan there. I'm zooming in.
Yeah.
But like, obviously you can see like a lot of the Japanese people were like really struggling.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that heavy. I feel like if you do any muscle workout, it's not too bad. Okay, yep.
There's Connor single-handedly just breaking something else.
And then this one, then this one, you have to do like pull a sack of sand up. And everyone was like, it's so hard. You have to do this crazy technique where you
use both your hands.
So you can see everyone's like really like using all of their body.
Yeah.
They're like going for it and helping each other out. And it's just a sack of sand. So like, it's, I mean, it's it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Mudan was using his entire body weight and like falling on the ground. And then
How heavy is the sand?
I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like
It doesn't look
30.
that heavy.
So I was just pulling it up. Not too bad. And then monkey bars. Oh no, this one you have to run up a hill.
Oh yeah, you got to like
the
use the
dreaded
rope.
hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can. You don't need to use the hill. Well, you can just kind of like.
This looks like Takeshi's Castle.
Oh yeah,
now.
you can do that as well.
You can just go up it, and then you have to walk down it. It's not too bad. Like a lot of these are kind of hard to fail. This one's definitely a little harder.
Bars,
Yeah, monkey bars. Was
that
Chris?
Holy
Dude.
shit, he just ate shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Chris nearly did it. I was so impressed because Chris said like he had no chance. Because obviously Chris doesn't do a lot of upper body workouts.
Yeah.
And he nearly made it. Oh, he ate shit though.
He did eat
Fuck.
shit. I feel with monkey bars, you just have to go for it.
The problem was with this is that they were really sweaty.
Oh,
Everyone had sweated them up. So I was trying. It was really hard to get a good grip. But I was trying to monkey it.
Yeah.
across.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah, I was swinging across, and I think no one else was doing that. Everyone was not using the momentum.
You knew how to monkey.
Yeah,
properly.
I was like, guys, come on.
Yeah, look at you, man.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
then you hit a bell.
What a
we did
fucking
it.
natural.
Mudan didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then you carry another sack around. Just inconvenient.
Just a lot of sacks. Just a
The-
minor,
yeah, the
just
wor-
a minor
by
inconvenience.
far the worst one, and
Yeah.
not for the reason you would expect. Is that look at the congestion. Look at this dude, bro. What is he doing? What is bro doing?
Blood's clanking. Right?
There was like literally like there was one guy who was scraping his entire back. It was real barbed wire.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It's
okay.
real barbed wire.
Okay.
So, like, and he was like, "What is bro doing?" bro did not want to get dirty. But like at one point and halfway, it got so close that even when I was on the ground, it was like scraping my back.
Oh shit.
And I was just congested, and obviously I'm dummy thick, so I'm like my.
So
my
your
ass-
ass is just
So
getting
your
carved
ass
up.
is just like
Snake.
protruding through the
my
barbed
ass.
wire.
Look at
that.
Oh, I can't
That's
believe
Nick's
that's
wife.
actual.
Oh.
Look at it. Just going, and then like I got stuck waiting, and then I was talking to a guy because the guy goes, "Hi, where are you from?" I was like, "UK." He goes, "Do you know Ulster?" I was like,
What?
Yes,
Ulster?
It's a place in the UK.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "I've been there. Very nice." And then the guy behind me screams like, "Go, go!" And I was like, "Bro, we are all stuck. It's traffic."
Yeah.
By far the worst one because you're like, you couldn't even attempt to do it fast.
Also, you could like actually physically get hurt
Oh,
because they're
absolutely.
real
Yeah.
barbed wire.
More monkey bars, but ones that swing.
Yeah.
Very, very.
These
nice.
one looks easy.
Yeah, these one look easy.
Yeah, super chill. You can just swing across like a monkey, which
Yeah.
for some reason no one was doing. You can skip everything if you just I don't know.
Yeah.
Climb over something, super easy. Obviously,
what's-
you've done a run, climb a rope to the top.
Okay.
So what was the hardest part?
Probably the rope one. Honestly, the rope was kind of tough because if you don't have any, like, you just can't cheat it.
Yeah,
Like-
if you don't have any
Yeah.
upper body strength as well. It's
Yeah,
hard to
I would
lift
fucking
yourself
fail
up.
at this because I have no upper body strength.
Everyone was doing some
at
kind of
all.
weird leg technique, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just grab I'll just squeeze it between my legs and go up.
No, I mean,
What do you mean by weird
that's,
leg
that's the
technique?
right way to do it.
Everyone,
Yeah.
you can kind of
Look at this dude on the left, though. He's just fucking
Yeah.
three-legging that shit.
Oh my god!
you can kind of do some like leg technique, I think, which maybe Mudan, like you can kind of lock your legs to make like a ladder.
Yeah.
Just throw a javelin, but you had to wait like 9 hours to do it. Pick up a ball that weighed 40 kilograms and walk around a pole.
Okay.
This guy's just chilling, man.
That's Parasynical's editor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This one, a lot of Japanese people struggled with.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of the strength ones, Japanese people weren't as good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them couldn't even pick up the ball. And I mean, it's heavy to be fair. And then my favorite part of the entire video, all this, is watching me walk up this.
Well, like straight up.
Look, wait, it's going to cut. This is the best shot. Dude, this guy, when he passes this guy, he was in awe. He was like, what the fuck is bro doing?
What? He looks so
went-
out of place in that.
He walked up it. Just straight up walked up it.
What a badass.
Just a casual stroll.
So like it's like a lot of difficult. Like I was definitely very sore the next day because it's just a lot of like.
How long
like
did it
carrying
take?
your weight? I think from start to finish it was about an hour and a half.
Okay, not too bad.
Honestly, the worst part was just getting there.
yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is
mean, it's
far.
in
far,
Chiba,
man.
you said, right?
Fucking
It's like
Chiba,
fucking
yeah.
hell.
And the traffic on the way back was miserable.
Yeah.
Would you
it
say
was
there
fun.
was more like foreign people or like Japanese people?
Japanese people. There's definitely a lot of foreigners, but more Japanese. I would do it, but I think I would do the 10K next time. I think the 5K was a bit awkward because you kind of run a little bit and then you're like, I'm just waiting in line for every
Yeah,
until
yeah.
queue. It doesn't feel very Spartan-like. You're like, who are we? DMV lines. Like you're like,
that's the British race.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? We're queuing.
You should. Do you know about the Ironman challenge?
Oh my god, that shit's fucked. Well, they do it all over the world.
Yeah,
it's like a branded thing.
Yeah. The Australian one.
It's like triathlon on like heroin.
Yeah, it is. It is a triathlon from hell, basically. Do you know about
it? It is, bro. It is.
No, I've never heard of this.
So the Ironman. Can you look up the Ironman challenge?
Actually, I can tell you how many calories I burnt on the day as well.
All right.
We'll tell you on the spot.
Yeah, the Ironman challenge. I had a friend who used to do these like every single year.
When I streamed 16 hours a day. I did 600 steps yesterday.
600 steps.
But yeah, there you go. Ironman Triathlon is one of the series of long-distance triathlon races consisting of a 2.4-mile swim, 112 miles bicycle ride, and a marathon.
Right.
Not bad. Not bad.
And you have to do all that. How many calories?
Not bad. 4,000.
4,000 calories.
That includes the daily burning calories. So
okay.
So overall, the day I walked 21,000 steps.
Yeah, not bad at all. That's a good workout. Yeah, there you go. That's the next one you should do. Ironman.
Next stream,
Ironman.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is that I think if I prepped enough, I could do it slowly. But a lot of these things have like time limits.
Yeah,
they got to wrap up.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think I'm good at just when I get to a certain level of fitness, I can just do stuff, but not great. Like, I'm not clean with it. But the fact that you have to do a marathon, fuck.
Yeah, that's after a 2.4-mile swim and a 112-mile bicycle ride.
Jesus Christ. No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's wait, like how you'd have to, I think by far the hardest part would be the marathon for me.
Oh, yeah.
The bicycle ride, that would take a long time though.
Yeah.
You would know. You would know. Yeah. You'd probably know the best.
I mean, it depends how, my God, that's ridiculous. What is like the average finish time?
112
That's got to be like a full 12-hour
ride.
thing, surely. I'm sure, yeah, okay.
12
yeah,
hours.
12 hours and 49 minutes. Jesus.
Well, yeah, because if swimming 2.4 miles is tough. My mum does insane amounts of swimming. I could ask her. She's done triathlons, not Ironman ones.
Yeah. I wish I could do more swimming because I do actually enjoy swimming a lot, and also it's great just as a workout thing as well because
It's
it
like
works
one of the
every
best,
muscle in your
and
body.
it's non-impact, so it doesn't hurt your joints or anything like running
But the
does.
problem is, man, like going to a gym,
finding a pool,
in Japan and not paying out the ass is like level impossible.
There's a few members only ones, but it's like, dude, if I have to like commute 30 minutes to go to the gym, it's already game over. I'm not going.
Fuck that.
2.4 miles away. Oh my God, that's fucked. Dude, doing a marathon. Not even a marathon, 26. Why?
This episode is sponsored by Gamersupps.
My father has taught me a lot of things in life, both good and bad, but the most important thing he has taught me is that I should be drinking Gamersupps out of my gamer waifu cups, because that's what Chads do.
If you don't drink out of a sippy cup, you're a pussy.
Unlike Joey, I thought my father was going to leave me because he said he was buying milk and cigarettes, but he came back with Gamersupps.
It's 0 sugar, 0 carbs, less than 1 calorie. Keto-friendly, diabetic safe, and healthier and cheaper than alternative to energy drinks or soda. And they have caffeine-free options if you like that, if you're a loser and don't want to be up all night.
Yeah, what the hell, guys? Get the caffeine one.
And everything tastes better out of their waifu cups.
Look at it. I got a cute little Egyptian hieroglyphic one that says, oh God, I can't say that.
It'll be bricked up while you sip your cup. And from June 21st, I'll have the scientist drop, which includes a cup, shirt, denim jacket, skateboard deck, and fingerboard.
Fingerboard? There's nothing cooler than doing a sick ollie on your fingerboard while sipping down a good old glug of Gamersupps.
Gotta finger something, I guess. So go visit gamersupps.gg/trash taste. That is gamersupps.gg/trash taste. And don't forget to use coupon code trash taste. Let us know if you use the code, and we will personally handshake you.
My dad loves me because I drink Gamersupps. Back to the episode.
That's a lie.
Did you guys have did you have sports day in Australian schools at all?
Like an all day thing, like
yeah.
Like
We
compete
had sports
against each other.
We had one twice a year actually.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah, we had one in the we had one in the spring and the autumn.
What was your sport of choice when you were a kid? What was the one you represented?
For me, it was high jump and long jump.
Oh, okay.
Because I was always really good at long jump and high jump because, like, I've always had strong legs. Never any upper body.
Because of the fucking reach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You just got strong legs, huh?
I was fast as fuck, boy. But yeah, I think for long jump, for 2 or 3 years in a row, I held like the school record.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your long jump? Do you remember how long it was?
Long jump? My long jump, I think was, oh God, I don't remember. It was like 5 meters?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You must have been good technique as well then to get 5 meters.
No, I just ran fast as fuck.
Wait, did you not do like the legs swinging around thing where you land on your butt?
No, I didn't do that.
What the fuck? Can you get 5 meters? Damn.
Yeah, I think it was like just under 5 meters.
God damn.
Yeah, when I was like 16, 17. And then for high jump, I think I got to like
Couldn't do high jump.
170. I think so.
Did you like
about
proper,
almost
like,
my height.
Did you do like the proper like kick technique as well? When
yeah,
you,
I did.
Well,
like
the kick technique is not proper anymore.
Is it not?
I did
No,
the
that's
flip
boomer.
technique.
That's boomer.
Well, what's the technique now?
It's
The
like
flip.
The flip, like flipping your back over.
So you run. You run.
Bro, I think that's not been meta for like 40
Are you talking about like
years.
the scissor kick?
Yeah, he's
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
the
I'm
scissor.
talking about the fucking backflip.
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah.
said the scissor.
Yeah, you said the kick.
Yeah, the kick.
I mean, you have to like.
It's called a jump. It's called
Okay,
yeah.
okay. The back jump, whatever.
I would not call that a
whatever,
kick.
Whatever.
In what universe have you see? If Joe did a front flip, we'd be like, nice kick, bro.
Nice front kick. No, it's the whole like flipping behind. Yeah. You have to do that. If you do like the scissor thing, then the furthest you'll get is like a meter.
That meta fell off.
Yeah. But yeah, high jump and long jump, I was always the best at.
What was yours?
Mine was the 100 meter.
Oh, did you win? Oh, okay.
I remember this. Okay, so I remember this one. I remember this one sports day. I think it was like my very first one. And so, every kid has something that they're good at. I was like, I think I could like run mildly fast compared to a lot of my other like class members, but this was like the entire school. So I was like, so everyone was like, go on, you can do the 100 meters or 200 meters. I can't remember, but it was just a sprint basically. And I remember, did your parents come in for the sports day when you had the sports day?
For me, it was just students only.
For you, students only?
I think when it was primary school they did, but not for high school.
Yeah.
So for our school, it was like parents come in, everyone watches. And so,
like a Japanese sports festival.
Yeah, like a Japanese sports festival. And my mum, so I was sitting with my mum and I was like, my mum, obviously being a mum, is like super excited. Oh, I get to see my son compete and everything. And and I remember I told her I was doing the sprint and, we're waiting. And my mum like slightly tells me, don't worry. You don't need to win. But if you do well, I'm going to cook you your favorite meal and I'm going to come over and give you a big hug. And I'm like,
say less.
And I'm like, wait, I'm getting chicken wings tonight. I'm like,
what do I have to do?
What do I have to do to get chicken wings tonight, Mum? Mother, I am ready for this race. So I remember I was like pumped up. I got on the starting line. I was like, I'm doing it for the chicken wings and my mum. I got to perform well for my mum.
Yeah.
So I remember whistle goes, I'm fucking sprinting. I've never sprinted so fast in my life. My legs start burning battery acid.
Yeah.
But I'm like so focused that I don't look like, I'm just like looking down because, you kind of like look down and then you look up when you're like running. So I remember this is like the hardest I've ever sprinted in my life. And I'm just like, holy shit, I fucking done it. I go over the finish line. I look up. I am so fucking far behind everyone.
No.
and I was expecting my mum to be waiting for me at the finish line, being like,
she'd already left.
Bro, you did so well. And my mum, I just look over to my mum, and she just has the most awkward smile in my life, and I'm like, oh my god!
I just like to think you cross the finish line, you look up. Everyone you competed with is sitting at the bleachers, just like waiting for you.
The award ceremony's over. They've already given out the medals. The champagne's been popped.
The next race has already started.
Please, God, get off the field. We're trying to start the next heat.
Yeah, I knew it was bad because I know my mom and she's just like, no matter what, she's like proud of me. And this is the one time. This is the one time when she didn't.
Not my son. Not mine. Not mine.
This is the one time when she was like, yeah, I mean, if you came second, I would have come give you a hug.
Wow, she wouldn't hug you unless you came second.
You did well. I was excited watching you.
Didn't even get the participation trophy. I know, damn, man.
I know.
Brutal.
Oh my god.
But brought it back with the beanbags. We had a
beanbags.
What?
Yeah, did you not have beanbags in your school?
Yeah, when I was like 5.
Yeah, this is like
wait. What do you mean by
primary school.
beanbags?
You talking about primary or secondary school?
Primary school.
Yeah, I think we had.
Wait, you talking about like a bag race?
No. Like there was like hula hoops, and you had to like
Yeah.
throw
That was like because we
into it.
didn't start doing like real athletic stuff until high school, secondary school.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We kind of do like even the 100 meter. I think we did like 50 meters, not 100 meters.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's 100.
Yeah, we did 100.
Where the kids can't run 100 apparently.
No.
Apparently, yeah.
I
it's
guess.
too far.
I guess it was. Yeah, it was like no, we can't do it.
Yeah, because like my high school was like a pretty sports oriented high school. So like we not only had 2 athletics days a year, but we also had
that sounds like my
we also had a swimming festival.
What?
Or like a swimming like competition.
Swimming festival?
It was like a swimming competition. So basically we would go to the local pool, like giant pool area, public pool area, and the school would rent it out for the day and do like a swimming competition.
Oh, cool.
Of like, different like breaststroke, backstroke, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we also, during the summer, had a beach sports festival day because our school was right next to a beach. So all the kids would go to the beach and do
What
like
the fuck?
beach flags and
That
like,
sounds nice, dude.
yeah, and like volleyball and like all that kind of stuff. Like, but the
We had to fight in the mud all the time because it fucking rains in Wales. That's all it
I mean,
does.
I participated in all of them except the swimming one because I was never a confident swimmer. So I always
shit.
looked forward to the swimming contest one because, it's not like it's basically voluntary. Like if you want to compete in like the 100 meter, backstroke, for example, like you just have to like tell the teachers like, I want to compete in it.
Yeah.
So like it's not necessary to compete in any if you don't want to. So it was great. Like me and my other friends who were like not competitive swimmers at all, we just like bring our DSs and just fucking play DS all day. Or we're just watching people just being like, oh yeah.
Did you have to do cross country?
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah.
hated that.
Yeah. We had a thing called a walkathon.
Oh,
Not a
What
marathon.
the fuck is a walkathon?
well, you can imagine.
just
A walkathon. We had this walkathon, the St. Paul's walkathon, which they don't do anymore, which was a charity event that the school organized where the entire school walks from Manly, which is where our school was, all the way till, I believe it was Long Beach, which is about 20 kilometers one way.
Okay.
So the school would basically, you would pay to like go into it and then you'd spend all day just walking with the school from Long Beach all the way back to school. So it's a 40-kilometer walk, essentially. The reason why they got rid of it is because some of the seniors found a hack where they just would go so far forward to one point where no one else was behind them, including the teachers, and then they just call an Uber.
Oh, okay.
And they just call an Uber, go to the checkpoint where they would get stamped on the hand, and then Uber back to the school.
Makes sense.
And then the teachers are like, all right, we're getting rid of this. That's fucked up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah. They played the
Yeah.
system, man.
Yeah, I hated doing long distance stuff. I always
Do you have
hated it.
sorry.
I hated doing long distance.
Long distance
Yeah,
stuff.
long distance was like
I mean,
worst
the
for me as
walking
well.
was fine, but
Well,
yeah, if it was
I-
running, yeah.
Did you do it also in like September, October?
Yeah.
Yeah, they always
What?
did it in September and October.
The walking thing?
The cross country running.
Oh.
So it was always muddy. It was always wet. It was always cold. It was
yeah,
horrible.
we didn't have cross country
Horrible.
running.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Yeah, you'd beach days and ice cream. Fuck off.
Yeah, we
Fucking
would
volleyball.
walk along a stretch of
Yeah.
5 or 6 beaches.
Oh,
great.
wow.
Oh, God.
We would try every craft tea along the way.
Yeah.
And every craft.
Hey, it was really hot, man.
We had to surf and frolic in the sand.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys have orienteering? Is that what it's called? The one where they teach you how to use a map.
Oh yeah, we did
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
What? No? That sounds awesome.
They would just like leave us.
In the like middle of a field.
Yeah, they would give us like 3 days, and they would be
Yeah.
like meet us at the checkpoint every day where you'd camp, and then you would just have to make your
That
way.
sounds sick as fuck.
Yeah, there was like no tracking devices back then, so the
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
would literally just get lost.
All you had was a
to carry
good
a
old fashioned.
massive-
Yeah.
Massive fucking backpack as well.
Right. So you'd have to like carry the tents and everything.
Yeah.
That sounds, dude, I would fucking do that. Hell yeah.
Everyone, I always brought extra weight because I would always bring ice packs filled with like bacon, and so like everyone would bring
I will not be able to survive out here without my bacon.
No, because
Bear Grylls be like, I drink my piss. Connor be like, I need my bacon,
no,
baby.
because like you can't imagine, right? Everyone's brought these like shit stuff that like is like campfire food that lasts like 3 days.
Yeah.
It's all bad. When you got the squad, right, you've all had like 9 hours of hiking, and you're like, boys, and you whip out a 12-pack of bacon, everyone like, it's electric, dude. Everyone's like, there's no shot you brought that over here.
Connor's like that, what's it, the Cyanide and Happiness parody of Bear Grylls. The guys like reach all the way to the back to get the freshest milk.
Dude, everyone, you can't imagine the morale booster. Everyone fucking lost it. And I'd bring bread, like sandwich buns. So I would make sausage, I'd make bacon sandwiches in the morning.
Sandwiches.
You can't imagine how ready for a 12-hour hike you are after 2 bacon sandwiches. You can do anything. I'm pretty sure like half of the UK is powered on bacon and sausage sandwiches. Like it was so fun. It was good. And
like a king, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was the only worst part about it is that I wish I did it in like, I don't know, Netherlands or something, because shit in Wales, it's just fucking hills. You're like, oh,
Wales
great.
is nice.
It's nice, but have you seen the topography of Wales? Can you show the topography of Wales just to scare Joey who lives in Australia?
Well, that's why the English took so fucking long to take over and then just lost it.
They couldn't get like. Can you just show the images?
Yeah. They're like, we can't hold
Look at that
this
shit.
Holy shit. We can't hold this shit.
Click on any of this. Yeah, whatever. It's fucked. Look at that shit. How can you walk through that shit?
That couldn't be further from what Australia is. It's just fucking flat.
Well, it's like and the worst part is it's not even like it's one giant mountain. It's just constantly up and down.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I think we're going the right way. We've climbed up 4 hills, and you're like, no, we're going the wrong way. Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds cool though, the orienteering thing.
Yeah, it makes me think about how many like life skills because you sometimes I meet people then they don't know how to swim and
that's crazy.
Like my initial thought is like, how the fuck do you not know how to swim? And then I realized
maybe they lived in a landlocked area.
Yeah, I mean like I only know how to swim because it was specifically part of my school curriculum.
Yeah.
To to teach us how to swim.
Oh, so wait, how old were you when you learned how to swim?
I can't remember. I was in like primary school.
I've always known how to swim. I don't know.
What the fuck do you mean you always known how to swim?
I think I was born.
My mother.
Get the fuck out.
I have no memory.
I had a water birth. Yeah. I was swimming in my mum's room.
I have no memory.
I had a water birth, but the bath.
Wait.
I have no memory of learning how to swim.
Connor had a water birth, but the bath was full.
My mom.
He had to swim to the surface, like,
and I would do it again. And I would do it again.
Connor gets bored, and like his mom just like, all right, chucks him in the pool.
Wait, what age did you learn how to swim?
I was like 4 or 5, I think.
I was definitely younger than that.
I was probably about 4 or 5 as well.
4 or 5 is pretty young to learn how to swim.
No, because I think my mum, when I was like 2, because she used to go swimming all the time.
She would throw me into the ocean.
she would take me to the pool as well.
Yeah, we started off. I initially had 8 brothers.
Listen,
we are the survivors.
We survived.
The Spartans had it right.
The ocean took the rest.
Feed them, let them swim. If the water takes them, the water takes them. They weren't worthy. No, I think my mum used to take us when I was super young, like very, very young.
Right.
And would just like
no, but like if you're that young, you can barely comprehend where the fuck you are, let alone like, oh, I am in water. If I don't move, I will die.
Maybe in Australia. Maybe in Australia where. You know,
what?
Babies are a little so
true.
So you have no recollection the first time you had to learn, get in water and be like, I have to float.
Yeah, you didn't have that moment where like you would go to your local pool or wherever it was you learned how to swim and like you were so afraid to put your face in the water.
Yeah, they kept asking me to stop doing that. I would not stop going to the bottom of the pool.
Blood was trying to drown himself at the age of 2. He's like, I'm done. He's just like half fish.
From the earliest memory I have until I was like 16, they would constantly tell me off because all I would do is they'd be like, go swim over here. I'd be like, all right. And I would immediately go down to the bottom of the pool and then swim along the bottom of the pool to where they told me to go and come back up. And they were like, can you stop doing that? And I'm like,
what the fuck?
I was like, why? It's boring.
That's
crazy. Did you not like going to the bottom of the pool?
No, I hated that.
That was like my magical place.
Oh, I hated it.
To me, that was like my happy place.
Bro, it took me like, I'd say it took me like 6 months to a year to actually finally like muster up the courage to put my face in the water.
I think
without goggles on.
Without goggles, oh my god! With goggles on, I was like, oh, okay, this is dicey. Without goggles, I was like, just kill me now.
I always remember really liking like swimming. So really? I don't think there was ever a point where I wasn't like, going like. I think the moment they taught me how to swim, I was like, let's fucking go in.
Man,
my mom is like she's like a swimming maniac.
Yeah, right.
So I think from a very, very, very young age.
I mean, like my grandma would take me to like the beach and stuff like that when I was like 2 or 3 years old. But like, you know, she would never like fucking throw me into the deep end and be like, come back.
I think she would just be like, here's how you swim. And then I think I was like, I will now proceed to go to the bottom. Were you not curious? I think I was just curious. What's the bottom? I was curious,
but it was the biggest barrier for me was just my eyes. I was like, if I didn't have goggles
on, just tank it.
Because the thing
you just go like,
because I still can't open my eyes under the water because my eyes are so sensitive that like if I even though for a little bit, my eyes just become like I look like fucking Kaneki in Tokyo Ghoul. My eyes just become like just all black and shit. It's the worst. I can't do it. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it was just the thing that you just have to get used to.
I guess so.
Just tank it.
I just didn't. I couldn't.
Just tank it.
I'm proud of myself that I even learned how to swim at all. Yeah, to be honest,
I don't know if I would have learned how to swim if it wasn't on my curriculum. Yeah, I had to have had like several classes.
Oh, my mom took me to like swimming school.
Isn't normally people who can't swim normally it's because their parents can't swim and didn't teach them. I thought it was normal.
I don't know.
It's either that or the fact that maybe the parents just like never thought it to be an important skill because maybe they're in a landlocked area.
I would feel like I would forget. That would be something my son would get to like 7. Like, fuck, I forgot how to teach him how to swim. I knew I was forgetting something. That's definitely something I would do. I told him to shave at 7 years old. Why did I do that?
Yeah, Connor be the type of dad to be like, all right, son, go play in the water.
Actually, that's my dad.
Oh, shit.
That's my dad. My dad never taught me how to shave.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, the moment I grew like a single hair on my face, my dad like comes in. It's like, let me cook, son.
Well, your dad loved it. He handed you a Pinot Noir. I was like, drink this, shave this.
Yeah, drink that, shave that, cut yourself off.
I had to specifically go out of my way to ask my dad, how do you shave? Because there wasn't like this natural
YouTube tutorials. I didn't know how. Because I thought, why does this shit hurt so much? And I was like, oh, I don't have shaving cream.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was hacking away at it.
Jesus.
But yeah,
because I was on in Sydney as well, and I was like, how do girls learn how to do makeup? You know, it's because like similar to like dads teaching their sons how to shave, because all the female audience can probably fill me in on this, but at least Sydney's experience was she was like YouTube tutorials as well, because I don't think her mum taught her how to do makeup. She was like self-taught.
Even if her mum was telling her, you're like, I don't know, but this person's got 10 million subs, mom. Yeah. She's talking about.
And her eyebrows are on fleek, let me tell you that.
Yeah, and Sydney school didn't have a sex education either, which like to me blows my mind. Is it quite common in America?
Well, more so now, I think. They're trying to get rid of, I mean, even in the UK, they're trying to get rid of some of it.
Wait, seriously?
What?
Yeah, well,
really?
I mean, I don't know.
Why?
Well, governments are getting more conservative in America and in Europe.
Okay.
So they're like, you can't teach our kids about condoms.
we need babies now.
Well, yeah, I generally more governments getting more. I know in America,
dude. Some of my fondest memories is like that first sex education class that you went into.
Wait, fondest memory? Wait.
Well, I told you guys about mine when I fainted.
Yeah, you fainted.
I don't have fond memory. In fact, I have no memory. I blacked out.
My memory of, I think it was, when was it? It was like year 5, year 6. So we were like, what, 10, 11 years old, right? Like end of primary school. And I remember like we came to school and there was this teacher that no one had seen before. And we were like, okay, what the fuck's happening? Is like some kind of event happening? And the teacher was like, okay, class, we're going to be doing a very important class today. And we really want you guys to listen because this will be one of the few times we'll ever teach you about this. And it's really important, especially when you become an adult. And we were like, all right, let's go for it. The way the woman started it off was probably the worst way she could have done it.
Who's got a cock?
Whip your dick out. No, she was like, okay, class, get your index finger.
Oh, no.
Get your index finger, put it inside your mouth. Okay? Now feel the inside of your cheek. And we were like, okay, what the fuck? So we started doing that. And she's like, do you feel that? And we were like, yeah. And she's like, that's what the inside of a vagina feels like. And all the girls are like, oh! All the guys are like, yeah!
No, they would not. No, they would not.
I mean, I was like that.
For me, that was the biggest disparity of like, oh, I like video games too much. Because when they were talking about the class and they were talking about all this stuff, I was like, looking around like, motherfuckers doing this? I barely held a hand. What the fuck's going on?
It's like, y'all just don't spawn in.
I remember them talking about like condoms and stuff. And they were like,
what made you faint again?
So that was the moment we faint. And then, you know what? I remember the other day because I had questioned someone else about it. They were like, yeah, why'd you get bullied in school? I was like, I don't know. And then I look back, I'm like, oh, because I fainted in sex ed. And everyone thought I was scared of penises. So what happened was we were sitting on a table and they were talking. And so I have this aversion to like slime and grossness. Don't know why. Always have. They were talking about, it's so vile. Please, you could skip ahead if you don't want to hear this. They were talking about,
we've talked about it.
They were talking about discharge.
Okay.
And I'd never heard of that.
Yeah.
And they was describing it and showing it on this like 80s educational video. They were like talking about sometimes a woman will get white goo that comes out of her vagina. And for some reason in my like kid head, I was like, that's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. And then they had a video clip of like a girl looking at her pants, discharge. Mom, I'm discharging. No, they showed a video clip of a woman showing like white, like goo on her pants. And I was like, oh. And I just fainted.
Damn.
And then slammed. And it was, I mean, it wouldn't have been that bad if I was in like a seat or something, because I would have just fainted in my seat or slept forward. But I fainted on the table, slammed my head on the concrete floor. Everyone screamed and ran.
Yeah.
And then it became a big thing. And then I couldn't see for about a day.
I
my head so hard.
I just remember the video that it has scarred me for life. This educational video that they got us to
It's always
watch.
the
These 80s and 90s educational videos are fucked.
Oh
they're
my god! Whoever was editing this educational video, they knew exactly what they were doing. So it was like this very boring presenter talking about childbirth, right?
I think I watched the same
Did you
one.
watch the same one?
Wait, describe it, because I have an exact same memory of a childbirth video.
Okay, because you know, he describes it in detail without showing anything.
Yeah.
But then he gets the rubber band. Did you go?
Yes! Oh my I know this video!
Oh my god!
We watched the same video, yeah!
I think I've seen this one too.
Yeah.
Did we all watch the same one?
Probably. It's probably was the
It's
one.
probably like the one, yeah.
Okay, because I remember him talking about childbirth, and he was like, then when the baby goes out, the vagina does this. and then I remember the entire class going, oh, it's smash cuts to a baby.
Yeah.
And that scarred me for life.
It was almost like it was a frame perfect cut of the guy's hand doing this, and then it smash cuts to a baby's head coming out of the woman. And it's just like, whoa!
I have no memory of this.
Oh my god, it must be the same video, because I have that image of the baby's head sticking out just ingrained into my memory. And I'm like,
I have no idea what
it was
this is.
terrifying. It was scarier than any horror movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, were you checking to see if that's what made me faint?
Yeah.
That would be funny.
That is like scarred in my memory.
Yeah.
I will always just remember that image of like the hand doing this, and then there's just like the crowning of the baby. I'm just like, oh my god, I never want to have children ever. This looks horrible.
Jesus Christ. God. Yeah. How the fuck do we even get on this topic,
I don't know. We were talking about school, peaking in high school.
We're talking about peaking in high school.
Did you ever win any of your sports day events?
Again, only the long jump and high jump events.
Did you go to like compete in like nationals like they do in the anime?
Nah, I never got. I did compete. When I was doing tennis, I competed at a state level one year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got fucking destroyed.
Yeah, me too. When I competed at state level,
I was like the best in my class, and I was like, I am the shit. I am the next Roger Federer. Go to the state championship, get smashed match one, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home. Yeah. And I think that was probably the last time I actually did like a proper like sport, like continuous sport. Because then after that, I went to, because I was like, what, 8th grade, 9th grade, so I was like 14, 15. And then after that, I was just like, yeah, I don't really want to do tennis anymore. I just want to like focus on doing music. And then, yeah, I think that was the last time I did sport.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because I think, because I feel that's the same with like a lot of people, right? Like if you're not doing sport in high school, like if you're not in like your sports like rugby team or like your soccer team or whatever it might be, it's really difficult to motivate yourself to continue to do that sport, I feel.
Well, it's because you don't have time.
Yeah.
You go to uni and you're like, well, I'm just drinking.
Yeah. Also, you're probably not like, if you have a lot of experience growing up with sport, you're probably less intimidated by the idea of starting a new sport or
that's
getting into it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think it's because you know what to expect. You know you're gonna be shit. You know you're gonna feel good or whatever. Like you know the full range of what to expect.
Is there a sport you guys would want to start at your age now, currently?
I don't know.
Like if you had to pick one sport to start today, it could be one you've done before. It could be a completely new one.
I don't know.
Not including gym.
Well, there was always loads of sports that I wanted to do that were just too like circumstantial or expensive.
Yeah.
I want to do water sports. Always seems like a lot of fun.
So what, like?
I would have loved to have done the skiing with the gun.
What?
You know, in the Olympics when they do cross country skiing
yeah.
and they shoot.
Yeah.
See, that would have been fucking sick. But I'm from a place where you can't fucking do that.
Yeah. How do you begin that?
You just live in Norway.
Yeah. there are some things or some sports where I'm just like, how do people get into this?
Just like you have to be around the right people growing up, pretty much. That's how a lot of like, you know, a lot of certain sports, you know, you have to kind of be born into it slightly, really.
Yeah, like I feel that way about when I see like F1 drivers. Like, how do you start that?
That's so true. Right?
Like, at what point in your life are you like, mother, father, I would love to drive a car.
It's like
400 kilometers an hour.
Sure, like, you can definitely get into it if you have no background or anything like that. I imagine, but like obviously it's way easier if you know your dad happened to race cars in his spare time, or maybe he owns he works at a sports track. You know,
unless you're like that kid in Gran Turismo, right? Yeah. Just like win a competition.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
But like a lot of these are like you have to have some kind of connection that allows you to get into it easier. Like motocross. Like, but like, how do you get into that? Like when I went to the UK, I like years ago, I had a friend in uni who did it, and I asked him how he got into it. He was like, "I just live on a farm, and I had a bike, and all my mates had bikes." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, you just have to spawn in the right biome.
Yeah. I was like, 'cause I don't know anyone who did that. No one near me had it. Like, I don't know where the fuck you were doing this.
Me neither.
Because I'm sure fucking 15-year-old me would have gone crazy on that motorcycle. I would have risked it all for a flick.
Yeah, I would not have.
Probably have severe brain damage, but would have looked cool.
Yeah, I see. The moment where I realize I am definitely not like an adrenaline junkie in any way when it comes to sport is when I... Huh?
You hate theme parks.
Well, I hate theme parks for one, but also when I used to skateboard, I was never that kid that was like, I'm going to learn that next new trick. For me, it was like, I just want to learn how to ride, learn how to turn, learn how to stop. That's all I want to do. The best I could do was like, I landed a kickflip once.
I couldn't even do that. But like, you know, seeing like going from that to like, you know, seeing the video. Have you seen the videos of like the longboards where they're literally going like 50 yards
and they're like doing like prancing on it and shit?
Yeah. Like, I see that and it blows my mind, right? Because not only because like how impressive it is, because of how dangerous it is. How many times do you need to fuck up in your life to be able to get that good?
Yeah.
And you know, how much hurt have you gone through to be able to get that good and still have no fear to be able to do that?
Oh, no. I think like people who can do that have probably...
something wrong with their brain.
Yeah.
It's that. And also...
You have to. You have to have something.
It's that and also a little bit of like,
on.
like self-discipline as well. Like just the fact that someone can go on a skateboard at really fast pace, fucking land face first on the concrete, right?
Yeah.
And then pick themselves up and go, let me try that again, is just insane to me. Like I can't, if I felt like that even once, I'd be like, I'm never touching this thing ever again.
Well, I think that's what makes people so fucking cool in a sense, that we could just like turn off that part of our brain that's like, this is dumb.
Yeah, you
This
could
is
die.
dangerous.
You die now.
Like every animal, like an animal would run away if it's in danger. Humans are like, I will now die.
Humans are like, well, I'm not dead yet.
It's so weird. It's weird
I can keep going, baby. I can keep going.
The survival urge we can turn off at will. It's just weird.
It's wild, man.
You have no interest in dying.
But I mean, I'd say out of the three of us, you are the biggest like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
I mean, like I like adrenaline stuff, but I don't like for me, there's a very clear distinction between like skateboarding and like bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane.
Yeah,
because you like the momentary.
It's momentary, right? But also like I know I'm gonna hurt myself a bunch on the skateboard until I get it right.
Right.
I know I'm gonna fall a bunch.
Yeah.
The bungee jump, if that cord snaps, I'm dead.
Yeah.
That's one and done.
So you're the kind of person
I'm not going to be like beat up while doing it. If it all goes right, I won't be hurt.
Well, you'll be dead.
Yeah, we did. But like skateboarding is just like you're just perpetually being beaten the fuck up.
So you like the type of
adrenaline.
adrenaline.
Really enjoy that.
Yeah, you're the type of adrenaline junkie where it's
so
if you die,
up,
it's a quick.
You just want to die immediately.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to be hurt. Like I don't want to be like.
Yeah.
Like I would. When you hear like these horrible accidents where like someone has the parachute doesn't. Open up and then they get turned into like vegetables or something.
Yeah.
So hit their brain gets like fucked up so bad from whatever. It's like I'd rather just die.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's Just rather not have to deal with the medical bills.
Bro, you're not American, you know.
Yeah,
that joke doesn't pass.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Japan, they would. I'd probably die there because the ambulance would be like politely moving through traffic.
It's like,
have you noticed that? Why do the ambulances not rush here? They drive at a normal speed through traffic, but they make everyone part, and then they go 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Someone's dying. Your sirens are on. Go faster.
Well, maybe
doesn't stress you out.
Well, maybe
knowing that could be you.
Well, maybe
you could be like waiting, dying, and it's just the ambulance like, see what's in.
Oh no! What stresses me out is seeing an ambulance in Thailand, and you're on like the fucking highway. It is gridlocked, and then
I'd be like, "Carry me, bros, carry me." We got better odds. We got better odds.
Yeah.
We got better odds here. Come on, call the Uber.
Just play coffin dance right now.
And then you see an ambulance come in, and it's just like got its sirens on, and people like trying to get out of its way. The problem is
you just can't.
There is no space to get. Every lane is taken.
I think you just get some cable ties and put me onto a bike and hope for the best, right?
Or again, just like get the EMTs to just like carry you and just fucking like in between the cars.
They must double up. Right?
It'd probably be faster.
They probably double up in the ambulances in Thailand. They're like, we have a funeral service flyer.
Yeah.
It's like, you are not making. If we don't help you, the paramedics, you're done.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we'll carry you.
It depends on the time of day. It's rush hour. Okay, we came with a coffin actually.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. Like the outside transforms like Transformers to like a blanket. Like all the paint changes.
We're going from the hospital to the funeral director right now.
Yeah, the EMT guy's like changing the suits.
They're like, quick, turn the ambulance siren down 400%. He goes, instead of going, wee, it goes, you are now dead.
Damn.
Yeah, no, we would rather just die.
Have you ever like actually been in an ambulance before?
Never.
Yeah, me neither. I've only ever been in an ambulance when someone else got hurt.
Hoping I don't get that either.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I mean, none of us has broken a bone yet.
I'm shocked you've never broken a bone.
I've sprained stuff. I've what's the worst injury you've ever had in your life? I think we've talked about this before.
Talked about this.
We have, yeah. I mean, I've had some bad tumbles, but somehow never broken. Maybe because I just drink too much milk. Calcium 2 OP.
My bones are like my ass. They're nice and thick.
Ever had a near-death experience?
Probably. Do you ever think of like how many near-death experiences you've had and not realized it?
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that? Like, you know, when like, have you ever you've been driving in a car, like comes way too close to you, or you've been in the car while the car's just way too fucking close.
Yeah.
And you're like, that dude was not paying attention. But you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
I was in the taxi, right? And the taxi driver, for some reason, there was a sidewalk, but the guy in Japan at like middle of the night, he was walking in the road, like middle of the lane in the road. It's a 3-lane, free lane road. So 1, 2, 3, all traffic go in the same direction.
Yeah.
Japanese guy near the sidewalk. He was in the middle of the lane, not near the the barrier, in the middle of it. And we were at a red light, and this guy, the taxi driver, was flashing his lights like straight forward.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way this guy can't see him. So I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's literally a guy walking in the middle of the road.
Right.
And so the taxi driver starts going, and I'm like, oh shit, he doesn't see him. So I just start shouting non-verbal noises. I'm like, because he's just going straight.
Yeah.
Taxi driver fucking quickly swerves into the next lane. Luckily, there's no other car in that lane.
Right.
Yeah.
It fucking throws it back, brakes really fucking. And like, I was sitting there like, either that guy would have died, or someone else would have died.
Yeah.
From crashing into a car if there was no other car there. It was super lucky.
Let me ask, how old was this taxi driver?
Oh, like 80. All of them are.
Yeah.
It's terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
I get in some of these taxis sometimes. Some of them, I'm like, I don't think.
You should not be behind the wheel.
Well, because I asked them like, hey, my address is this. And then they're like, they can't even like touch the touchscreen. And I'm like, I just feel like you should be retired.
It's like, I'm going to go walk.
Like, it's just like not on you. Like, I feel bad that you have to do, or maybe you want to do this job. I don't know, but you should be relaxing and enjoying your retirement. You shouldn't have to be 80 something years old in a taxi.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad, but also it's terrifying sometimes. And you're like,
Nah.
It's a phenomenon only found in Japan, I think.
Totally. You either die a villain or you live long enough to see yourself become a
taxi this is driver. Why when like people are like, man, what's the like, how is Japan dealing with the ever aging crisis? You know, it's gonna be so interesting how they're dealing with that. I'm like, bitch, they're dealing with it. They make them work somehow. I don't know how the hell.
So you either become a taxi driver or you become one of those dudes at every construction site that holds the sign or guides people to go in a certain direction.
Don't get me wrong. I think I'd always want to do something. Like I think I'd always want to be doing some kind of work.
Oh no, for sure. But
even
like,
when I'm older, but you know, sometimes.
But it doesn't have to be physical, you know.
Yeah. I feel that like there's got to be a better job.
Yeah.
Maybe it's nice, right? I don't know, man. But
I don't know. You like driving.
I like driving, but I don't think I'd like driving.
I've met so many Uber drivers who are just like, yeah, this is just my hobby. I just like driving people.
True.
You know, especially in like America. I've met a lot of taxi drivers in America that, but you know, they do Uber just not even like because they need to. It's just like a hobby.
Yeah, it's just extra change.
Yeah. Just because like I have a successful business, but just didn't know what else to do with my time, and I love driving. And this is what I
mean, dude, my dad. I remember he like early this year, he finally retired officially, and I was like, Dad, what are you gonna do for your retirement? And he was like, I was thinking about driving a bus, and I was like, what? It's like that's not retirement. That's just changing jobs. And he's like, yeah, but I want to do something. And I'm like, and your decision is to drive a fucking bus? It's like, why? And he's like, well, I like driving and, you know, the bus seems challenging and fun. And then when I met up with him last month, I was like, you still going to drive that bus? And he's like, no. It's like, I've heard too many horror stories about bus drivers.
You're 65. Well, realistically now it's going to be 75 when we retire.
Yeah, probably.
People our age. You're 75.
Yeah.
You get to pick one job to retire in. What are you doing? You can be anything. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense monetarily or financially. What's the one job you do?
Author.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
You can be an author?
Yeah. Why not?
What are you writing about?
I mean, I've had 75 years of my life to live. Like, I can write about my experiences. I can write about anything that I feel like. You know, like at this point, like I feel even nowadays, like anyone can write a book about anything, and people will read it, right? So, and it's people
are so fucking dumb now.
Yeah, people
read anything.
People are desperate.
If Chris can be a Sunday Times bestseller, anyone can.
Yeah, I can do it, right? Fucking easy, whatever. But like I think a job like that is good because it's not physically taxing, right? So it'll be a lot easier on me. And also I feel like I would want to do the kind of jobs that use my brain to make sure that my brain is staying active and like I don't, you know, become like, where am I kind of old person.
Gance, what about you?
I don't know, farmer.
Fuck no,
you will not. You can't even be a farmer now.
No.
You are not physically able to farm right now.
Not like a fucking, you know, like a, you know.
What do you think farmers do?
just you know.
Do you think they just wake up and be like, oh, that's a nice farm. Anyway.
That's a nice, modest farm for one.
I'm going to go feed the chickens and then lie down for the afternoon. Like, they don't do that.
Yeah, they do. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. To all the
I
farmers
think like if you were like farming for just your own,
like basically just like you know, kind of like
for your own food.
Life. I thought we were talking about retirement here. I would do that.
I didn't think we were. That's retiring. I'm talking about what is the job that you would do if you could retire. Like if you had to have a job while being retired.
I would probably do the farming too while I'm being the author.
Oh, if I could have any job.
Yeah, I'll tell you mine. Okay. Mine, I would love to just open a coffee shop and just absolutely bleed money. Don't even care if it makes money.
Actually, yeah, that is one thing I have been wanting to do in my retirement is open up a record store.
Yeah, just something that I don't like. Hopefully, like I
don't care if I make money off of it.
Yeah, the idea is hopefully that I've bought the land with the building that it's in, so I have to pay rent. And I can just like fucking be like, I don't give a fuck.
I just want one of those things where it's like the first floor is the store and then the second floor is where you live kind of situation. So it's like, I just wake up, I go downstairs, I'm in my store.
I just love the idea of getting the most like banging coffee in the morning and just chatting with people. Just being that, I want to be that old guy who just talks to everyone.
It's like back in my day.
And then I want to
inflation's fucked.
I want to say outrageous stuff and then have everyone just think like, he's old. just say the wildest things.
It's like, I'm not going to say what my doctor was.
Don't ask about my taxes in 2024. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
I can just imagine you like just recounting like old memes and stuff like that. And you're always like, I'm not going to say what my doctor was. He was a Jewish doctor.
I will not be saying that, Joey.
No,
I will not be
he's
saying.
not going to turn into Kanye.
This old man's crazy, but this coffee's so good.
I am not turning into Kanye. What the fuck, Joey?
Why? You're old. Who cares?
No.
No, I mean, I would love to just open, maybe not a coffee shop, but just like a random
I'm addicted
store.
to coffee, so
yeah, you are addicted to coffee.
I've already projected my life.
Yeah, see, coffee shop makes sense. Record store makes sense. What store would you open in your retirement?
So we're just opening stores now.
We're just
just something that you can do while also being able to bleed money and not have to worry about. Oh, can I make it?
Did you see that video of that guy in New York who just like sells pigeons or some shit?
What?
And it's just like the most random thing in the world.
Like a pet store?
I can't remember if he sells pigeons, but it's like a business to do with.
Wait, hold on, pause. Is
pigeons.
it a? Oh, okay. I was about to say, are they alive pigeons or is it like pigeon meat?
No, alive pigeons.
Oh, okay,
live
okay.
Pigeons. Can you search this up like New York store pigeons or something?
Every time I see a video of New York, I just think that New York is some kind of like, it feels like some kind of computer generating like place.
It's like a GTA city.
It like doesn't feel real. It feels like a testing ground for everything in humanity.
It's a pigeon store. He just sells pigeons.
Well, people need pigeons. I presume there's a pigeon store.
Do people need pigeons?
Yes.
In fucking New York of all places.
Wait, there's competitive pigeon racing, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, there's like people race pigeons competitively. I think pigeons go for like horses. They go for so much money because getting the fastest pigeon like breed is really expensive.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people have started to like own pigeons as pets as well.
Okay,
they're like, I'm sick of like budgerigars.
I don't
and, like,
want a
parrots.
pet that's shit that can cause cancer.
I want to get on this level of niche where it's just like a
Play
store.
the video.
Where it's like a store where you just sell something. It's just the most outlandish.
What do you want to
thing.
sell? Toenails. All right, play the video.
I want to sell.
Play that first one.
The first one.
I want to sell lizards. Why not?
You just want a pet store.
Maybe I do want a pet store. Actually,
pet store actually sounds lit.
Yeah. Okay. Open it up. Okay, it's. Okay, go back.
I came to Michael's store to learn how he keeps this business open.
Full screen.
We started on the roof where he has a coop of 600 pigeons.
Damn.
Oh god, you know
products probably get 150.
knowledge.
150 to 200.
Pigeon supplies right now is probably 50.
pigeon supplies 50-50.
As pigeon sales fell, the store expanded to sell other pet products and even started renting out their pigeons for releases at weddings and funerals.
I charge them a fee. They take the birds to the cemetery, they let them go, and they fly right back.
Just like, how the fuck do you get started selling like a pigeon-based
Probably a family business.
That's base though.
Right? Isn't this so based?
Yeah, that's based. I love it. That's so cool.
Belgian pigeon racing is still somewhat popular, with winning birds going for over $1 million.
Whoa!
That I didn't know.
That's cool.
One way the store cuts costs is by having cats. Michael says they save the store $1,000 a month by protecting the birdseed from being eaten by rats.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. You know what? I want to open a pet store. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, pet store sounds fun.
Pet store sounds like a fuck ton of work. You got to clean so much.
Yeah, but
you'll be retired by then.
You get so many cool
You can
animals.
hire people to do that, right?
No, fuck.
You can just be the owner.
Maybe just a bird store. I've kind of been obsessed with the idea of getting birds now. Every time there's like a pet store right outside our place, and there's like every time they have like new birds.
Yeah, even though your house price is like no pets, a bird's pretty chill. You can just easily get a bird, right?
Probably.
Because it's just in a cage, right?
I mean, unless you get a bird that makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but
you live in
a house, so you chill.
Yeah. I mean,
you should be fine, man.
I've been playing, but right now I travel a lot. So.
Parrots would be fucking sick. Just having someone mimic you. That'd be so sick.
I mean, our parrot does that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. You guys think you have self-preservation?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
But the ability to keep yourself alive.
Yeah, have you ever had a moment where, something bad could happen, right? When does that moment happen? When that moment happens, do you feel like a switch in your brain to be like, oh, I'm just living my daily life, to like, oh shit, something serious is actually happening?
Yeah, I think one thing that I've been very grateful for is that I don't really ever panic.
Yeah.
Even in like very stressful situations, and I'm around people that are freaking out, I'm like, all right, let's figure out what we can do.
That's your logic. That's your logical brain coming in. Yeah.
I mean, people, you know, being around people who stress a lot, you're like, oh my god, does it not get tiring being fucking panicking all the time?
Yeah.
Chill the fuck out, bro.
I mean, I'm kind of like that too, but at the same time, I catch myself to be like, maybe I should be panicking a little.
Like,
more,
okay,
you know?
let's say for example, you feel an earthquake.
Yeah.
You know? At which point in your brain, okay, maybe you're in bed or something like that, right? Earthquake happens.
Yeah.
Start shaking a bit. At which point do you like switch off from just like, oh, there's just like another little shake to like, what is the moment when you actually that would actually get you out of bed to be like, honey, get under the fucking bed frame right now. Get under the.
I feel like
for me, it would be if the earthquake throws me out of bed.
that's your line.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm too logical, but I live in an apartment building, and if anything falls on my head, I think it's like Donzo. I think the apartment's going to collapse completely.
Oh yeah, that's true as well.
And maybe I'd have a chance to live through the rubble though if I went in the door frame, but like very minute still. But at that point, I'm like a Rick and Morty fan. I'm like, the odds of me surviving this are so low. Please just take my life.
So your logical brain is just like, I'm gonna die anyway. So whatever, right? Let's just like hit the snooze button.
Well, apparently there's an earthquake the other night.
Yeah.
At nighttime. I don't think my phone went off. My phone hasn't gone off for any of these earthquakes.
No, me
I'm
neither.
kind of worried.
My phone went off.
Why does my phone not go off?
Mine hasn't. There's been so many earthquakes this year. Just within
How
this
does that
year.
work?
I don't know.
Like, why? I feel like this is something that we should know about. Like,
Yeah.
hey guys, my natural disaster stuff doesn't work. Anyone else?
Because I remember a few years ago, maybe even like just as early as last year, I would get woken up to these alarms. The ones that are just like, like the
all
most
the fucking time.
traumatic sound you'll ever hear in the middle of the night. And I'm like, oh fuck, here comes the earthquake, and it's like fucking nothing. And I was like, was that it?
The problem with that alarm now is I heard it the other day when I was just like, we were sleeping. It was like early in the morning. But because I've heard it so much now, it's just conditioned me. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
You hear this alarm and you're like,
nothing.
And you're like, it's
gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. And all it takes is that one fucking major earthquake to really fuck you up. So
Yeah.
it's just I always
I didn't mean we weren't here for the 2011. So
Yeah,
I'm sure if we were
yeah.
here for the 2011, it might traumatize us a bit more.
Yeah.
So I always think, has there ever been a moment when something has switched in my brain to be like, oh shit, I need to like get into like self-preservation mode, or am I like, have you seen like the Belarus like explosion where like you see the explosion and half the people are just like by the window?
You mean the one in Lebanon?
Oh, sorry, is it Lebanon?
The nitrogen explosion?
Yeah.
Beirut.
Oh,
Beirut, that's it.
Okay,
yeah.
Beirut.
No,
sorry.
yeah, I have seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you think you are that guy who's like ducking under the cover, or are you that guy that's just like gawping at like this big explosion?
I'm sure
Standing on the window.
Yeah.
I'm sure like, we've all seen explosions. I'm sure that people just couldn't comprehend how big that explosion was.
Yeah.
So like, and also you see it and then you don't hear it. You see the shockwave hits you before you hear it, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand why people would kind of be dumb and not realize that, hey, maybe just get behind cover and put your phone up there instead. Like, just have a look,
Yeah, totally.
Fine.
No, because like
my apartment is donezo if there's a big earthquake, by the way, because I've got so much shit that is shoddily stacked on top of itself.
Oh, same.
It's GG.
Yeah.
If there is a big earthquake, my apartment is fucked.
Yeah. I mean, we've tried to like earthquake proof our apartment as much as possible, but everywhere except my room, which has the most stuff in it.
Me too.
And
it's GG.
GG. The rest of my house might be fine. My room is GG.
What would be the thing that kills you think, in your room?
In
All
my
fingers
room,
would fall over.
I mean, I have pretty much on every single wall, I have like some kind of thing hanging on it.
Yeah.
I have a giant figurine shelf that's
I swear to God, if it's guts that kills you, that would be like...
Oh my God.
statue.
My giant guts statue, just like the sword just comes down on me. Like,
this is like a scene from Final Destination.
Yeah.
Joey's in an earthquake. He falls over, then the gut statue just
The
like
sword.
slices me. Yeah. Probably will, honestly. That thing's massive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, something's gonna fall on me, like a shelf or something might fall on me. Or like, honestly, with the amount of like heavy stuff that I have in there, it more likely than not, it's not something falling on me. It's me falling through the floor.
When is the Megaquake predicted for?
I don't know.
Can you Google it? When's the Megaquake? They've been predicting because obviously the plates like slide up on each other.
Yeah.
So
30% in the next 10 years, 70%, 80% in the next 30 years, and around 90% within the next 40 years.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's in our lifetime. We're gonna feel that.
We're gonna be.
But they've also said
Megaquake.
they've also said the same thing about Mount Fuji erupting as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, they said, I think like 10, 20 years ago it was supposed to erupt, and it still hasn't yet. So
Japan just over if it erupts?
No, because the last time it erupted, I think, was during the Edo period. And
Let's put some water on it.
Yeah, there's an ocean right there. It's just fucking 1707 was the last time it erupted.
I wonder how violent it
I actually don't know.
Is it just like a little fart, like a little?
It's just it erupted.
Remember when the one in Iceland erupted and the ash stopped like playing? For a week.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Does it say how many? The damage, especially the deaths from the disasters, plus the tsunami, is hard to untangle. Oh yeah, because it caused a tsunami as well. Yeah.
Oh my. Well, at least maybe the tsunami would help put it out a little bit.
Okay, the estimated 8.6 magnitude earthquake likely triggered.
It's not a fucking house fire, Connor. It's just
get the hose.
God's like, all right, don't worry, I'm gonna put out this fire.
It does feel cruel that like with a major earthquake you also get a tsunami. It just feels like so unfair. It's like, hey, I know you guys might have just survived that. Here is a giant fuck ton of water.
Yep. Okay, so it says the earthquake triggered the eruption. So there is a chance that this big earthquake, this Nankai earthquake that is predicted to happen, might be the thing that sets it off. In which case, I don't know, man. We might be fucked.
Well, we're so fucked.
I mean, Tokyo is going to be fucked from the eruption, 100%.
Yeah.
Because like if the the lava flow will be fine, but the ash is going to...
What's the Japanese plan? What's the plan of action when Fuji erupts?
Man, I don't fucking know. They haven't had to think about this for 300 years.
Maybe they build like a Mario Kart-esque track, right? And divert all of the lava into the ocean. They stack a bunch of obsidian.
Isn't that the plot to Volcano?
Is it really?
I think so.
Well, that seems like a simple plan. Just
like the moment they hear the eruption, the government's like, all right, play the song.
Everyone starts putting obsidian trails down to like lead the lava into the water.
Everyone goes like creative Minecraft mode. Yeah. Just like
I swear that.
Bro, if they could find a way to unify train otakus to do stuff in Japan, this country's unstoppable. That's why the economy is to go into shit, because they haven't found a way to harness train otakus.
Or just any otakus.
Mainly train otakus.
Yeah.
Because otakus don't want to leave their house, but train otakus, they travel the globe for their passion.
And if you get in their way,
my God, don't get in their way.
They will wish death upon you and your entire family.
I remember I played that arcade game, the one with the train simulator once.
Oh, yeah.
I played it for about 5 minutes. Came out and there was like 4 dudes in conductor's outfits angrily waiting for me to be done. I was like, ooh.
Dude, that game is unironically fire.
Which one is this?
So in some arcades, there's a booth and it's just a train conducting booth. And you pretend to be a train conductor.
And it's just train simulator?
Yeah, there's no points, there's nothing. It's just,
no. There's the one with the points, but it's really hard. So
I did the one that was like no points. It was like a normal thing.
Oh, okay. I played the one where it's like you go into like a small little room and there's like 3 screens surrounding you. Yeah, the one on the left there.
Wait, is there points in this?
Yeah, there's points in it.
Oh, I definitely did this one. And I remember thinking it was cool. And then I felt embarrassed because these guys look like really like, come the fuck on, you casual.
Yeah, it's really like finicky and it's really accurate to how the actual trains run in Japan. Yeah, because what you have to do is like you start off at a station.
That's why they were angry.
Yeah, you have to start off at the station and you have to basically go from station to station like a train conductor. But it's really difficult because not only do you have to get to the station perfectly on time, but you also have to control how fast you leave the station, like the acceleration, and how slow you have to decelerate. And it's so sensitive.
Do you think train otakus want to be train conductors? If they're going through this many hoops to play like a train simulator, why not just Do your passion. Do your passion, right?
Well,
maybe it's not as easy.
Yeah, you know, in Japan, following your passion has never been an easy thing to do.
No.
And once you're normally in a job, you're normally locked in for life.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that was just like, I don't know.
They're like, this is the only way they can achieve their goals.
Good at coping. They're good at like professional coping.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I want to be a train conductor, so I'll just do it in my spare time and work a full-time job in a video game.
Yeah. No, legit.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's no short. I don't know what the train industry is like in Japan, but you know, everyone needs train conductors. There are a lot of trains running.
Well, I don't know, hard to say, man. Like, I feel, would there even be like job applications open? Like, how do you go and find?
How do you get into train conducting?
Yeah,
what is
the
career path?
How do you become a train conductor in Japan?
Just curious, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there is a part of me that's like, I kind of want to try it out.
Seems pretty.
Did you see the guy? I saw an article the other day in some Japanese thing where the driver of a train got suspended or lost his job because he had like a tab of anime open on his like dashboard.
Was it Rail Wars?
Yeah, and like one of the customers snitched.
What the fuck?
I was like, bro's just going, dude, let him watch some anime on the side, bro. I'm chill with that.
They were like, yeah, I saw him watching Sword Art Online. I can't believe the fuck. Let's see. In order to become a Shinkansen driver, you must have worked 2 years as a station attendant, 2 years as a conductor, and 2 years as a 1067 millimeter gauge train driver. What's the fucking difference? Shinkansen drivers must take a national examination. Okay, so you need a license for it, obviously. Shinkansen drivers must not wear white socks.
What?
Wait, why not? Wait, why?
And most people hired are between 23 to 27 years of age.
Train drivers need to have Japanese citizenship.
All right.
That makes sense. But
yeah.
Why the socks?
How much do Shinkansen drivers get paid in Japan?
That's the weirdest job specification I've ever heard in my life. You're like,
right?
What happens if you turn up in the job interview with white socks? They're like,
it's like, get out.
you failed.
You failed. They make 75K a year.
Okay.
That's how outdated this article is. This is about 75,000 USD.
It's not. It's not.
It is not that anymore. Oh, I wish we had that ratio.
Yeah, yikes.
That sounds like, not to like besmirch it at all, but for the amount of experience and exams you had to do, $50,000. It's not a whole lot.
No,
like,
not really.
I feel like if that was a position in Europe or America, you'd definitely be getting double that.
Yeah. Well, because the amount of time as well, you probably have to just sink into not only doing the license, but then it's like, I think it's a total of 6 years. You have to be like conducting a regular train.
Yeah.
It's like kind of fucking crazy.
That's a lot. There's a lot.
Come on, JR. Pay your Shinkansen drivers better.
Well, did you hear about that? There's also like a court case where JR was, they were docking the driver's pay by like 100 yen because he was like 1 minute late. So they took off 100 yen because it was like the equivalent of what like a minute of his time was worth.
Yeah.
Right.
And he went to court. He was like, this is bullshit.
For 100 yen?
I think it was more about the message that it was like, well, you can't take away my pay.
Yeah, because I'm 1
and
minute late.
I think he won.
Well, yeah, rightfully so. It's 1 minute.
Yeah, I think maybe like, it's just, isn't that insane that like, when was the last time you could do that in like America or Europe where you could take away pay?
God knows.
It must be against a lot of labor laws.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
That's what I would imagine in a lot of other countries. I'm not sure what the labor laws are.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong.
Or it takes money off for being 1 minute late instead of 100 yen. Type that instead.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that, the trains in Japan are so sensitive when it comes to like what time they leave, what time they take off, all that kind of stuff. Love it.
Yeah.
Not taking that for granted. But man, 1 minute, it ain't any skin off my back, man. Like,
and you know they ain't got any policy for overtime work as well.
No, hell no.
Well, these types of companies,
I do like the how on time it is. I mean,
it is great.
Yeah, it's working.
Coming from England, it works.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like I'm comparing to Australia where it's like 30 minutes late and the conductor's like, oh, sorry, mate. It's like, doesn't even feel bad about it at all.
I think rail is obviously very well funded in Japan in general. So it's, it's a hard comparison to make because,
of course.
I think there's a lot of money, and also a lot of money is made because people ride them a lot. But I guess it's tough.
It is.
Yeah, here it is. And what is this? 2 drivers who had to pay.
Train driver who had his pay cut for being 1 minute late is awarded 45 cents after he died.
Wait, this is even more.
Wait, this is even more fucked up.
What is that article?
Wait, what? A Japanese court has ordered the 59-year-old driver's employer to pay back wages that have been docked for the lateness.
After he died?
After he died. What? After he died of an illness.
This is an Onion article. I swear to fucking God. There is absolute... What?
Oh my God. I need to make a video on this.
This is insane.
He was supposed to drive an empty train, but he actually went to the wrong platform and started driving the train 1 minute later than scheduled. 1 minute later. That is kind of unhinged. I think like I can understand if you're 5 minutes late and they're not happy because given how prudent it is, but like 1 is
1 minute.
1 is not noticeable.
People don't notice 1 minute.
1 minute. It takes 1 minute to get like the doors fucking closed.
Like most watches are 1 minute off.
Yeah.
You know, like no one's going to notice.
That seems excessive to dock for 1 minute.
And the fact that they were like, they turned around was like, man's dead. We'll give him back his money.
Yeah. They're like, here's 45
cents, fam.
This is like satire. I swear to God.
This can't be real.
Man died.
Bro.
Here's your 45 cents. Our bad,
way.
actually. Our bad.
Yeah. Oh,
if it was in Vice News, I would be convinced this was an Onion article.
Yeah, it was in Okayama.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the West Japan Railway to return the 45 cents in reduced pay to the driver. Holy shit.
What do they say? Scroll down a little bit. Mikawa said that though being a minute late doesn't seem like a big deal, enforcing punctuality with such strictness was a way for train companies to control their employees. It's a way to constantly watch your employees, and if they make a mistake, they'd carry out pretty severe punishments like pay cuts or layoffs. Even make you write reports saying you'll never make the mistake again.
What the fuck? Is this like primary school?
Yeah.
Like writing a letter to your teacher?
Actually, I read something else as well that apparently... can you Google if this is true? I think sometimes if they were late, and I think they are changing this now, but they used to make train conductors who were late do clean toilets.
Really?
Yeah, if they were late,
like in the bullet trains and stuff.
Yeah, so bullet trains, but normal trains, because you know Japan had a really bad horrific like train accident because a guy was going too fast into a corner.
Yes.
That was like 10 years ago, or
like
10 years
derailed,
ago.
right? Yeah.
He derailed the train, and there was obviously a lot of people were like, "How does this happen?" When they started looking into it, they realized, holy shit, if they're late even 1 minute, the penalties are so severe that they were forced to take risks, aka speeding up when they shouldn't have been. Like there shouldn't be a case where like you have to speed up to make this deadline and risk the tons of lives.
Yeah.
And so then I think there's a lot of scrutiny, and then some things were forced to change. But obviously not everything changed.
Yeah, this article was from 2011,
where
JR West
clean toilets and cut weeds as punishment
for
train delays and other lapses. Yeah.
Oh damn, man.
But I think I don't think they still do it now. Hopefully.
I hope not.
Hopefully.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Joey, you're 1 minute late. Go and clean the toilet, you piece of shit.
If you had said that at this office, I would quit.
Anyone would quit.
I would complain.
I'm going to be on toilet duty.
Bro, you would, God, you'd be perpetually in the toilet.
If we actually enforce that in this office, God would be cleaning this place so much.
I'd be
like, this office would be spotless.
Our fucking office would be like, our recording session would be half me taking a shit, and then the next half would be like me cleaning the shit that I just took.
Yeah.
And then we'd have a 5-minute recording session.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I hope they don't enforce this anymore, because that is absolutely immoral.
Yeah. I mean, mentalities are very different. I feel like, at least in Western, we've gone a lot in the opposite direction, where we're like, you know,
We're a bit too lax.
There's certainly a bit too lax, but then like any kind of then punishment of any kind seems too much.
Right,
we're not,
right.
You know, we're not used to it.
Yeah.
True.
Well, you go to London, and it's just like 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a strike going on.
Yeah.
But
then it's like, you know, that like you also shouldn't like, you know, first of all, you should never have to punish workers. You should never need to ever do that.
No.
But also, there's just you know, people
just a little spanking.
Just a little,
just a little spanking.
Just a little slap
just
on the
you know, people aren't getting paid enough and they're overworked. So it's like, you know, what do you like? Who are you to blame? If anyone, these fucking rich assholes who make all the rules and don't give any of the money to the services that we need, they should be getting spanked and made to clean toilets. Yeah, every time they fucking decide to cut budget and send money to shit that doesn't matter, or funnel money into other tax loopholes for dumb shit, rich people. Fucking annoying, man.
Welcome to the world.
World's a cruel place, man.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
That's how it all ends. Capitalism.
It always ends in that.
But like people in Japan, they'll hear this. Like, Japanese people will be like, that makes sense.
Yeah, they'll be like, but that's shogunai, bro.
Yeah, they're like, well, there needs to be consequences. And you're like, God damn. Like, don't you work a job? Don't you? Like,
there's step like take one step into these people's shoes and you won't be saying that shit. Yeah.
Well, Japan, they like being harsh on everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they'll be very harsh on some things. Like they'll go, I mean, obviously with all the stuff that made the rounds is all the tourist stuff. They'll pick the most extreme solution to mundane problems.
Yeah.
And then when there's actually a problem, they'll be like, shogunai ne.
No.
Because it's too difficult to tackle.
Have you seen the guy who was at the Hachiko statue with like the massive sign?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Carl, can you put it up?
Which one?
Search up. So there was this guy who was apparently standing outside of Hachiko statue with a massive sign for tourists.
Okay.
With just like do's and don'ts. And this is like, you know when you like...
it was the one, second row, third.
Yeah, that one.
That one?
Yeah. This is like going through the terms and conditions.
Look how big this is.
Look at this.
Welcome to Japan, but zombie traveler proliferation alert. Stop forcing English. Japanese people also have privacy. You are a pervert and a stalker. What are you guys doing? Kabukicho is not a place for sightseeing. Yes, it is. Don't wander around with a can of alcohol.
Bro, you look at some of this and then you're like, have you seen your salaryman?
Do not carelessly enter entertainment facilities and game halls managed by adult entertainment businesses. Why? They're there for a reason. You can live without a trash can on the street corner. Okay, I mean, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Is it okay for you to be there? Japanese trains are a meditation space. Okay, look, I get...
No, my favorite part is right at the bottom. Japan travel tips. Hearts.
Anyway, after all of those, here's some places I recommend. Okay, look, I get... There's a part of me, I'm looking at this from both sides. I get the whole thing of, okay, it is true, there are a ton of tourists in Japan that are being
most definitely.
Absolute shitheads, right? Like being completely disrespectful, not realizing that there are different, ethical rules for different countries and stuff like that. And then on the other side of the coin, you get people like this who are trying to send that kind of encouraging message to not be a dickhead to these tourists, but just doing it in the worst way possible. That just makes them look like dickheads. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think it's insane just to see how big of a boom in tourism that Japan has gotten to the point where it's just like, I don't know if the infrastructure is like prepared for it, especially a city like Kyoto, which,
oh my God. Yeah.
Well, they had the what was it?
They shut down. They had to shut down the
the Gyoen-dori. They had to shut that down.
I just think, oh man, it's so weird. The whole Fuji debacle was
the wall that they
was
made?
like.
Do you want to explain for anyone?
Yeah, so there was the Lawsons people kept taking pictures of because it looks cool. It looks like Japan. There's a Fuji and a Lawsons.
Yeah, and
there was a whole conversation around like, why are they doing this? Why are tourists so stupid? Why are they turning up and taking pictures? And then when you actually like look, when you actually like have a think as to what's going on here, so. What all of these articles and all of these discussions and everything, and even like YouTubers talk about it, didn't include was that like, so this Lawson's, right? The reason why people were flocking to this Lawson in particular, and it was such a problem, is because about, I don't know, 50 meters, I think east of it, is literally where all of the buses, the train stations, all of them stop.
Yeah.
That's where they end.
Yeah.
So obviously, when they get off a bus ride or a train ride, what are you going to do? You're going to go to the fucking Konbini.
Yeah.
And you see Fuji in a Konbini, you're going to take a picture. People, they made it seem like people were like going out of their way to come to this Lawson's, to take pictures and be a nuisance. It's like, no, you had all of the train stations and all the buses stop here. That's why people are taking photos. And then why would you think the solution is to then try and cover up with this shit piece of tarp that cost locals 1 million yen, $8,000? Why was that the solution? Turn it in, try and manage it, try and make money from this. If tourists are going to do this, find a way to then monetize this. Find a way to kind of regulate it. Yeah. People are going to take advantage of it, no matter what you're doing.
Or it's just like, how do you regulate it? You can't. It's a balancing act, right? Because right now there is just like so many tourists in Japan to the point where it's weird to think that Japan has kind of become, because of the exchange rate, it's kind of become like a cheap holiday now, comparatively. If you can afford if you can afford the ticket, then comparatively to a lot of like European holidays, especially, it's just become a cheap holiday destination. And you get tourists coming in that come in knowing that it's a cheap holiday destination, but the service that they get is not cheap at all. Yeah, it's like premium. This is you normally pay a premium for the services you get in Japan. So you just have this situation where because of the situation, so many people are flooding in to a point where I don't think Japan has ever had this many tourists flood in a single time before.
Oh no.
And they're just not prepared for it. They're not prepared to handle this many people,
which is ironic as well, because they were certainly prepared for it before the Olympics got cancelled. Well, and then they were like, "Well, that's never going to happen again," and then it happened.
I think the thing is, like, the businesses and the government were like, "We want tourism," but then obviously, like, the day-to-day people who are around it are like, "Well, I don't really want that many tourists."
Yeah.
And so there's kind of like a disconnect between businesses that want to make money and governments that want to make money, and then the local people who are like, I just kind of want to work, but it's like it's a lot to deal with. But this one, I don't know. I just felt like this was the worst solution of all.
Oh no, 100%.
This was like, because not only did it not work, it made a huge spectacle about it, attracting more tourists. Right? When I feel
now they're coming to see the wall.
Now they're coming to like go to the place where all this drama's happening. I just felt like and time and time again, Japan always choose the option of like destroying or getting rid of the thing, as opposed to like maybe taking advantage of it. There was like I remember Chris was telling me about, there was like a tree somewhere in Hokkaido. There's one tree in the middle of a field that looked amazing to take photos with. And I guess to get to the tree, I think occasionally people were going over like, I think it was like private property.
Right.
And the solution was, what do you think the solution was for the Japanese?
Cut the tree
down.
Yeah.
Which is like, this is like, what a way, if this is the UK, they would have made a fucking line. They would have had like a stall there. They would have had a guy who like you pay to take pictures.
Yeah.
Like they would like there would be opportunistic people who would be willing to take advantage of this.
Do you think the Japanese culture want that though? Because it's
but if your culture's getting it, regardless, like you would have to completely close the borders again.
Yeah.
You are going to get this. It's not whether you want it or not. People are going to show up at a Lawson's.
It's a
you can either sit here and complain about it, put up
Yeah.
expensive walls that don't work, or you can find a way to work around it and make it easier to manage these tourists that are inevitably going to come. We can't undo the clock. We can't say like we don't want tourists. They're coming.
It's a conflict of interest, right? Because in the case with say like Fuji Kawaguchiko, which is where the Lawson thing is, right? The local government is looking at like the amount of money that's coming into the country through tourism and is going like, oh, this is great. We're getting a lot of money. Like it's helping us to like, grow the town out. And, this is income that we haven't seen ever since before the pandemic. So this is awesome. But then there's a conflict of interest of the people who live there who are like, no, I just want to be fucking peaceful. I don't really need it. Like, yeah, the extra money is cool, but now I'm tossed up between like, do I struggle to get customers, but also not have to deal with foreigners, or deal with foreigners and get the money?
Well, I think the problem is we've seen this cycle of like the tourism cycle so many times before. And it's like, the real question is the money going to the government, or is it actually going to the local people and the local businesses? Because there's so many examples like right now where like Hawaii, for example, where, tourism made a big boom to this place, put the prices up, and then you're getting to a point where like even locals can't afford to live there anymore just because everything's become so inflated.
They do I know some places in Shibuya have started doing dual pricing.
Yeah.
Where it's instead of wording it, the foreigners get charged more, it's worded normally that this is the normal price and locals get discounts.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, it's a little unfortunate because sometimes us who live here who look foreign, it's a little awkward when you're like, nah, I'm good. I'll have the local price, please.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, stop capping.
But like in a way, like I kind of understand the pushback because, you know,
absolutely, I can understand
I've seen it a lot with my own country, with Thailand. Yeah. You know, like I said, I went to a Thai boxing match, and it got to the point where, because so many tourists are watching Thai boxing matches, the local people, the Thai population, can't actually go watch a boxing match of like their own local boxing teams and fighters and shit like that. And, you know, in a way, it is sad. Yeah. It's sad, you know. It's great for the economy, but not for the local economy. Arguable for the country economy, you know.
Yeah. But I guess like if there's a demand there and people are showing up, it's kind of like there's not really much you can do other than figure out how to at least make this manageable for you as the business owner, which means normally just catering to those people that are showing up and willing to pay more, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, but, you know, it's just kind of how it works. Like, I don't, like, Japan is trying to push back on this, or at least local people are trying to push back on this.
Yeah.
And it just gives this weird mixed message of, like, you're not welcome, which is fine if they're not. Like, it's like, they're not, you don't have to be welcome everywhere. You're not entitled to be. But then it's also like, you are then in turn creating more problems for yourself because you are not just being like, how do I deal with this in a way that can just benefit everyone? You know, I don't know.
Well, you know, Japan has had the history of being very not welcoming to the outside world.
Yeah,
you know,
it has, right? Like, and you know, what was their first solution? Cut it all off, and then America came a knocking.
America was like, knock, knock, I brought Jesus.
Like, I mean, you know, when you look at anything Japanese related online, especially when you read comments, it's very obvious that like people, many people do not like tourists at all. At least online. Like, I mean, when you're talking to people on the street, it's very different. But like netizens are very against
I can very openly say that I think Japanese people deep down are some of the most xenophobic people like in the world.
Well, I mean,
it's unfortunate.
The fact that you can do a policy of like, hey, look, I'm going to charge a local versus a foreigner this pricing, and then how is it based off of? Well, there's only one way to
how you look, baby.
Yeah, which is like it's such a, like, if you try to do this in any Western country, we'd be like,
oh my god, could you imagine if they try to do it in America?
Yeah, it'd be you wouldn't.
It would be a fucking war.
You would be shut down.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, but I mean, Japan is such a homogenous country where, you know, this is, you can kind of get away with it. And also the Gion one, I think they shut down the district obviously now, and they charge a 10,000 yen fine if you go in there. And the language on the thing says something along the lines of like, private property you can't enter.
Yeah.
But originally when they were having the conversation, it was banning only tourists.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions being like, how do you determine who's a tourist?
Yeah.
Like, that's
a very dicey.
This is like, you just stop every guy that isn't Japanese looking and then be like, excuse me, like, pay the money. You're like, fuck off. Like, right,
it's like a Zaru card. Do you get like a bouncer?
Yeah, it's just, and then is it fair that you stop everyone that doesn't look, you know, like you just let all the Asians through? Like,
the Chinese tourists are like, all right.
Like, a lot of these are just objectively bad solutions to like a problem. Like,
but Japan has historically been so good at that, of just looking at a problem and going, I have a solution. It is the worst solution ever.
Well, I'd say, and also like other things that I saw that just made me think, like, what are you doing, Japan? Like, I saw a father and a son got arrested for making Kamen Rider masks and selling them.
Oh yeah,
they got like 10 years.
Seriously?
10 something like. Can you Google this?
I did see that.
The sentence was ridiculous
because it was against copyright. Right?
Because they broke the copyright.
Oh,
selling Kamen.
They didn't get you know, fucking written approval. Or something.
I can't remember. They were being charged with something outrageous. What I thought. Yeah, click on it or something.
65-year-old twins.
65-year-old twins. They're being scroll down. So scroll down.
10 million yen.
Younger brother selling them for about 2 man or each, so for about 5 years, and earned about 10 million yen. I can't remember what they were going to charge them. They were going to charge them with, I can't remember what I saw. It sounded ridiculous.
But either way, it's ridiculous.
You're arresting a guy for running an Etsy store.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you have the right to stop them from selling that, but I just don't think you should be arrested.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know the full story. They could have been menaces for years. They could have been breaching copyright for
menaces.
They could have literally been. They could have been doing this.
It's devious.
Like, obviously, if you breach copyright, right? I think that there needs to be consequences if you're, you know, because that's how it works. We need rules.
Yeah, for sure.
But there needs to be like, you know, there needs to be a limit about what you can do.
Yeah.
The dude was selling masks with his brother. This was not like a global operation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like we're smuggling masks out of the country.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why?
It's like a drug bust.
Like Japan will take the low hanging fruit and will like throw the SWAT team. They'll throw the crazy police at it, and they'll make a big spectacle over arresting a guy who was making fucking Kamen Rider masks.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the Japanese police are probably thinking like, oh,
But
finally
then, like, when
something
there's like
to do.
serious stuff that like they actually could like start addressing, they're like,
yeah, right.
nah, bro, I'm gonna go arrest another guy who sells Nintendo Switch games with cheat codes on them. Like, oh my god. Like, for fuck's sake.
It's ridiculous.
Can you, like, it's just so, sometimes it's so depressing watching, like, I don't know, just seeing the choices that the local governments or police makes. Where you're like, this is just so dumb.
I mean, I knew it was going down the shitter, especially like at the beginning of the pandemic when the government was like, all right, we need to help all of the you know, the Inaka towns out because no one's traveling there anymore. So what's our solution? We could like maybe give them a grant or something. Nah. Oh, I know. We'll do this thing called the Go-To campaign, where we basically pay for everybody's like, you know, vacations, and so they can support the government, support the local governments. And then someone was like, "Yeah, but wouldn't that like spread COVID more?" They're like, "Yeah, don't worry about that."
There's a lot of, you know, and obviously when they
could have
a lot of
done.
short-sighted policies. Like obviously when they had the whole message about please drink more because kids aren't drinking. Because 20-year-old kids aren't drinking as much.
Yeah.
They were like, we need people to drink more. It's like, what? No, we don't.
No,
this is a great thing.
No, we don't.
This is a great thing. Don't make people drink more. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's all short-sighted, man. They never think long-term about anything, and it's actually terrifying.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just a shame because you're, you know, it's just, you're like, why? Why is the solution to people taking pictures to put up a tarp that is clearly not going to do anything?
Also, what's stopping people?
No, it's got holes in it already.
Yeah, people just poking holes and then sticking the lens through it.
Like obviously, there's the only way they could fix it if they built like a concrete wall around this Lawson that had like a military-esque checkpoint. And don't give Japan ideas. I shouldn't say that.
Also, there's literally nothing. There's literally nothing stopping people from just walking around the top and just taking it from the other side. It was the biggest fucking waste of money ever.
But I don't know. It's just like. Why specifically that? Why specifically that point?
I just told you earlier.
Because it was
right next to the bus station.
Yeah, and also because it's the perfect vantage point of Mount Fuji sitting directly on top of the Lawson. So Japanese people are like, "Oh, kawaii."
It's literally just because it was right next to where everyone got off the bus and train.
Yeah.
Went to the Lawsons to get their snacks, get waters, and then they would see the view.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what I meant to say was like, I mean, Mount Fuji ain't exactly small.
No. Again, like,
it's not like you can only take pictures of Mount Fuji on like one angle, you know.
Yeah,
that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't we just walk down the road? It's like, no, it needs to be here.
Most people aren't like going out of their way to get pictures, right? So I think it's just, it was literally
convenience.
It was the closest shot that looked kind of like, oh wow, Japan. That just happened to be there, right? And again, like I just wish that they thought of a better solution. Why not have like, I know they already had like I think they already had a guy there who was like shuffling people away and whatnot, which is probably realistically the only thing they could do.
Yeah.
I don't think
you have to fucking hire a guy just to like people manage in a Lawson's. Yeah, it's dumb, you know, it's dumb.
I'm sure the I don't know, like if it was that bad for the Lawsons, they would be interested as well in hiring some staff to
yeah, I mean the only thing you can do is hope that the money that all these tourists are coming into the local area is actually getting back to the local people. You know, that is the only hope you can get. Because if it's not, then you have a bunch of people who live there who are just getting annoyed by tourists every day, and they don't see any difference in their business.
And they have an addition of an ugly wall.
Yeah, exactly.
That they probably had to pay for with their taxpayer money.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like, cool.
$8,000 for that wall.
Everyone wins.
$8,000 for the cheapest wall I've ever seen in my life. I think my wall in TwitchCon was more useful than that.
Yeah, that's what they should do. They should have a white wall that people can draw on.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just distract them. Anyway.
We should just make a photo point and like herd the people there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you just make a little square area and herd people there.
Yeah, and it's like 100 yen.
Or maybe not that, but like,
or if they wanted to, right? Like they could easily be like, oh, you want to get the perfect angle, 50 yen to like come into here and take it with like,
bro, how are you going to enforce that? Get the picture police on it. Get the picture police.
Get the picture police.
Hey, put that phone away. Yeah. Hey, that's 100 yen per picture, actually.
I feel like there was just so many better ways than building a shit wall.
Yeah, no, 100%.
We're going to build a wall in Fuji. It's going to be the best wall. And the tourists are going to pay for it.
I got to wait. Let's just get rid of Mount Fuji.
That's what they would do. I think that's the Japan's like.
Japan is like hoping it erupts soon.
Japan's like, please. Japan's like, it's taking too long to erupt right now.
Yeah. This is embarrassing. The tourists are ruining Fuji. We've decided to ship Fuji off to Okinawa. We've decided to cut it out like a Looney Tunes-ass saw.
We just got a bunch of dynamite together and we'll just make the explosion ourselves.
God damn, it's just like, it's just, I just can't. The solutions they come up with for just over tourism is just so.
It's so brain dead. But that's about it. Thanks for listening to us bitch and whine and moan as always. But hey, look at all these patrons.
Look at all the patrons.
These people definitely stay healthy and be respectful when they come to Japan. They don't punch holes in the wall. I hope.
Just be respectful as a tourist.
Just be respectful, man. It's not hard. Yeah. Just learn the etiquette and you'll be fine. Yeah. But hey, if you want to support the show and check out our exclusive Patreon weekly content, then make sure to follow us on patreon.com/trashtaste. We have a brand one for you that you can go watch right after this episode. Brand new one that you can go check out after this episode. Mudan, roll the clip.
Stroke 6. That's how many strokes I've been watching you.
You need to be quiet.
That's how many strokes I had watching you, Thai boy.
Alright, what's this? All in one.
Tiger Woods.
That's all right.
Tiger Woods like big dog. But hey, if you want to check that out as well as a bunch of other Patreon exclusive content plus supporting the show, then head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you head our face, listen to us on Spotify.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye.